Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well this fine Friday. I was going to say good evening, one and all, but I caught myself just in time. Let's head on over to the scene. How's everyone doing this lovely Friday? I hope you're all well. Lovely to see so many people in already. Let me have a look. Apologies for the slightly late start. I was on a lot of errands this morning and barely had time for lunch, so slightly later than planned start. Fuzzy Duck, Silent Mouse, Herinfi, Syncobatics, Shurok, Jack Rost, Keldras, Daniel's here, Round on Neil, Nelots, sorry, Katie, Wondersheep, White True, gosh, lots of people in here. You're having fun on the PTR? Oh, the customized screen is absolutely fantastic, definitely. LFD, yes, it's early for me. Hopefully I can get a few more people, sort of like early morning people and the afternoon European people. Can you imagine the look on old McGonagall's face if we're late? Yes, something like that, Ashikal. Kent, good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to you as well, Ashikal. Do the needful, good morning to you. You pushed your Discord PTT button to reply. I'm so smart. 8 AM here, is it really? Right, okay, do the needful. Hedgehog, good afternoon. The Real Ginny, how are you doing? Good afternoon to you. A bit cooler today, which is much nicer. We are sitting at a much more comfortable 25.8 degrees at the moment. Yeah, it's nice to be able to mix up the timings, Daniel, definitely. Oh, your bank feeling poor? Yes, of course, Mouse. I'll sort that out for you straight away. And then we're going to do this invasion that's on as well. Hold on, my camera's a little bit low. High. There we go. Let's adjust that one. Currently the Legion stuff. Looking at the best auction price string for cloth. Anyone some suggestions? Look at your market really and see. Yeah, is it Chalderai silk? I take it at the moment. I know you could. No problems. Thank you for reminding me though. I will do it. I will do it now whilst I remember, because that'll be easier just to go straight through and do that now. Still 31 for you, Real Ginny, is it? It's been a lot cooler this morning. The rain we had overnight seemed to have helped it clear it a little bit. So if I use the standard one, send, it's RDB, isn't it? I got to make sure I've got that right, Mouse, isn't it? It's not RBD, is it? Yeah, RDB, yeah. Thank you for the loan. And then 10,000 gold. Send. Do you really want to send 10,000 gold? Yes, I do. There we go. Fantastic. There we go. It looks like we did. The ground is definitely wet. I don't remember hearing any last night, but we definitely got some rain. Zimpao, good afternoon to you. And Elsine, happy Friday to you as well. Panda Brewmaster, lovely to have you here. Nice to see you as always. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's still, yeah, I mean 25.9 is fine. Obviously, I've not had the computer on all morning, which does help it up here. Fortunately, RBD is Horde, so you can't sell mail to it. Happy Friday to you, Pacmako. Lovely to have you here. So what I'll do first, because we've got this invasion on, and it's got, what have we got? 39 minutes left on this, so we better go over on Briggit and deal with this first, and then we can come back to the mailbox and open all the bits and pieces and things like that. So I'll do that first whilst everyone's got a chance to come in. We can run through those. We were last look we were at what, 116, so hopefully we can get ourselves up to 117 with this lot. Should be much better that way. We've had weird lightning here. Clear sky, pillar of cloud with lightning flashing. Wow, no thunder, no rain. Then the next day it was just thunder, no rain or lightning. That's very strange. Ashikal, sounds like a glitch in the Matrix to me, definitely. Matt Pascal, good afternoon to you. And good afternoon to you, Mushy. Lovely to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. How's everyone's afternoon going so far? So we are currently in the Dwarven District, so let's head on over to Snug Harbour Inn, and we can get ourselves off that way. Ballsy, good to see you as well. thanks for coming. I plan on hanging out. Well, thank you, Mushy. It's very much appreciated. 12,000 lightning strikes were recorded in your area yesterday over a period of 12 hours. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot, definitely. Traditional Tyler, thank you so much for the follow. I was thinking some, should think what's happening, or wake up to some spaceship over the house. Yeah, it could be something like that. Right, we never got the bonus XP from that lot last time. We never got round to handing it in, so let's go and have a look at Tiragard. It's all over here. So we've done this before. The best way is just head on straight over and get a fair amount there. Traditional Tyler, I love the shark emotes. They are shark ones, yeah. Lovely to have you here. Right, let's go have a look. Let's head down here. I guess Zag Broken Eye. We'll do that one first. Head on down this way and see what happens there. It made some coastal potions to level alchemy, but apparently they sell well too. Why is that? I'm not sure myself, actually. I don't tend to use them myself. What have we got here? Zag, you're the one that we need to do. No one else around. I'm going to clear these out first. You also need to turn on enemy nameplates, but I'm missing something here. Let me just change my interface. Whenever I record videos, I end up messing up my settings. So I need to just put all my names back on. My name, friendly players, minions, all NPCs, enemy players, minions. There we go. That way I can see everything. There we go. Do that, do that. And then we'll do this Zag person over here. Once I've just cleared that one out. There we go. Right, let's start with you. And get this going through. Hopefully we've got enough. Oh, actually I should have healed Bear up a lot more before doing that. So let's deal with that first. That was a poor use of my cooldowns. Should have paid attention there. This looks like you might need a bit of help here. So hopefully someone else will come along whilst we're doing this. Usually people do. We'll keep healing you up in the meantime. See what happens there. Sound like a broken heatwave to you? 31.2. No, that doesn't sound like a broken one at all. It looks like you're still in the thick of it, Mushy. Sorry to hear that. That doesn't sound fun in the slightest. Do that, interrupt that. Mash my buttons. Make sure I've got heal going all the time, because Bear's going to take pounding on this one. We've barely scratched the surface here. If I can keep Bear alive on my cooldowns, we'll be fine. There we go. Get kill. Get down, molten weapon. That's going down. And hopefully, eventually, we'll get enough damage done. There we go. We've got that going. After airing the house this morning, we got the temp back to 24, but with 69% humidity. Ouch! Yeah, that is a lot, isn't it? I did the same. I've done it for the past 3 days. I've just really, I get up early-ish in the morning and I open the back door and the front door and just let all the air come through the house, because you really do need it. It's absolutely, I think I may be here a few hours. The looks of this. We're slowly making a dent in there. We'll get this going soon enough, hopefully. There we go. Currently keep the temp cool, but 24 and 51% humidity. That's okay. 50%. Karaku, thank you so much. Good afternoon to you. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. I'm just going to spend the next half an hour fighting this mob, if that's okay with everyone. It's going to take me a little while looking at things. I'm going to use my heal there for you, because you're going to need that cooldown. We've got some friends coming in. The saviour of Ginny has come to help out. Thank you so much, Ginny. So kind of you. Otherwise I would have been here forever. Slimecrumb, good afternoon to you. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? I need Nush to follow you around a while. It does seem like my damage output here is very, very slow. Although this is quite a tough mob, it looks like. designed to be done with a group, it would seem. As I can stay out of the fire, we would be in a helpful situation here, certainly. There we go. The reason why our spirits are obsessed with weather is that we have often unprepared for it. No one can... Yeah, basically, that's the main thing. We're never prepared for it. It's a terrible thing. Today was a great day until you did Siege of Orgrimmar 10 times in a row. Ouch, Mr. Honkit. Was that not fun for you? I take it. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Ginny. So kind of you. Have I tested the sniper function on TSM 4.10 beta? I have not tested it yet, no. Let's go over to our next quest, which is going to be down here. Let's do the Blight Barrels and do that one. Slash wave. Let's go over this way. And we'll just go and do this one, Blight Barrels, down here somewhere. Just ran into an eagle. That's not a good thing to do. What have we got to do here? Specialists. Okay. Don't recall ever doing this one. Let's give it a go. See what happens. So we need stacks of Blight Barrels destroyed, and single ones as well. We just got a Blight Horror over there. There's a stack over there on that side. We've gained ourselves the Blight Horror, which has pulled me in. Which I'll just jump backwards here a little bit, and then heal up there. And then we'll carry on with the Blight Horror for the moment, and we'll go through that one. There we go. Okay, make of it. Need your super brain to explain why and how it works. No problem. I will add that to the list of things to do, certainly. It's already on my list for TSM 4.10. I'm going to do professions first, and then I'm going to go and do professions and crafting, and then I'll work through the other features of TSM 4.10. So it will be done, certainly. Can't guarantee when, but it definitely will be done. It's on the list. Mighty 1285, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Do that one and do that one. Thanks for your video yesterday about the adventure of a new character. You learned how to make your own routes as well. You had to slow down the video to quarter speed to catch it, but thanks. No problem. I wasn't sure whether to do that fast or not, but hopefully that sort of thing is useful. Yes. We're nearly out of pet health here. Come on, bear, you can make it. What's the other thing we can do here? Turtle mode or something. Aspects of the turtle. That one. We might need that in a moment. Oh, I can't actually attack whilst I've got that on. That's interesting. Didn't realise that. There we go, at least clear this one out. Then we've cleared this area somewhat. Then we'll go over and deal with this barrel, and then work our way down here. Might as well. Oops, that was the wrong one. I actually meant to attack that one. Might as well do them both at the same time. There we go. And then we'll do that, and we've got that. Oh, Karaku, thank you so much for the subscription. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Let me just get Bear back, because you need reviving. There we go. And I'll carry on there and do that. I'll put some emotes in the chat for you as soon as I can once I've got out of this hairy situation. There we are. We're not actually attacking anyone here, so let's just carry on here, do that, and there we are. You turtle mode. Right. Thank you, Mushy. That's what we need to do. Right. Brilliant. Thank you. And thank you for putting some emotes in. Thank you so much, Karaku, for your support. I really do appreciate it. Welcome aboard the Samadan squad. Here's a whole load of emotes for you. Thank you so much. Right, we're going to do a little bonus heal here. I'll do that. There you are. Am I 100% streaming now? I thought I saw a tweet about it or something. I am pretty much full-time content now. We are basically doing what we can to make this all work. So I'm putting in extra streams as and when I can. I'm still keeping my 3... where's the other ones? Over here. I'm going to keep my three streams on Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, and then add in extra ones as and when I can. Let's just do this stealthily from the side here. And then I can probably... I'm going to go over this way and do this one as well. I'll do that one. Yeah. Thank you very much, Karaku. That's very kind of you. And then obviously we're doing a lot of things with YouTube as well as at the same time, because that's another aspect of the Triforce of content creation, shall we call it. This time's kind of nice for you today. Just got it to the side while you work. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad this time's working out for you. I quite like Friday afternoons. It seems to work quite well. Right, I'll do these two, even though we've got an extra one in here. And then I should be able to get that barrel. I'll leave this elite alone next time, because that was just too much hassle. After all of that. Once I get through here, if I can keep my poor bear alive. Let's do that one. Do that one. And there we go. There we go. 11 seconds. You can survive, bear. Come on. There we go. Phew. That was close. Right, we've got that, and then we can clear that, and we can go over here. And then we need to do one more over here, and then we're done there. There we are. There we are. Right, once I've done that, then I can focus a little bit more on the chat. There we go. Grim Colt, thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Holiday emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. That's so kind of you. Flew down from your mailbox looting session after Sam had been there for a minute. No, thank you, Ginny. That was very kind of you. What else did I miss? What professions is best for gold making, Hattie? It all depends on which ones you have and which ones you enjoy. They all have their little sort of niches and bonuses, and it also depends on what server you're on at the moment. Go get a Spire Beast. What's a Spire Beast, Mushy? Manually milling 269 stacks of herbs. Manually milling them? That doesn't sound fun at all, Mushy. Right, we'll go over this way. I'm sure there's some over here. So we'll do... Which ones? Is this the one? Yeah, we've got to do all the... do all of those. And then we'll also do... Actually, no, let's not overextend ourselves. Let's just clear a few at a time. Do that one. How many do we need to do? We need to do 10 Horde soldiers and then Captain Ogresh that's over there. So we'll work our way over that way. Whoops, didn't mean to actually click that one. There we go. There we are. Spirit Beast. Oh, okay. From Classic Outland Northrend and Pandaria. Okay. And so what benefits do I get with a Spirit Beast? How do they help me in addition to the usual? There we go, got that one. And then we've got that one. We're doing all three at once. There we go. 5, 10, do that one and do that one. And then we'll run up to the middle here. Have we got to do these as well? No, I'm not sure if we do. Do you, and do you, and then we'll get ready to do the captain in a moment once we've cleared these two. Oh, it heals you. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Oh, we need to revive ourselves here. Right, okay, ready to start on the captain. There we go. There's in there. Get all the buffs on. Seem to keep pressing the wrong button there. It's changing my target. Mother Beans, good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. How are you this lovely afternoon? Is my tab accidentally just hitting itself or something? Because I'm constantly losing my focus here at the moment. Oh, my poor pet is dead. Okay, hold on. There we go. Let's revive our pet and we'll be done there. There we are. How are my guild tabs looking? They're looking relatively clean at the moment. We can deal with those in a bit later. For Horde soldiers, we need another 2. So let's go over here. There's 1. There's actually 3 here, so we'll start with those. We'll do that, and we'll carry on through. There we go. Do the next one. There we go, fantastic. Another one done. Need to clean 1 guild bank. Noob Starwalker, lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Right, we're done. We've done good so far. Let's do First Sergeant Steelfang whilst we're here. Let's go over there. We might as well do them all and then get the last one handed in. I think we've got time for them all at the moment. You find a Kleftoof is the best tanky pet, even though it's frosty, takes reduced damage. It has an auto-cast defensive cooldown, increased leech, but you need to be a Beastmaster to tame one. Oh, that does sound good. There's the first sergeant here. Got some help out. There we go. Get the bear healed up, ready for action, ready for work. And then we'll go through this, and that should be good. Yeah, I really haven't looked into the hunter pets and things like, because there's so many different ones you can do, isn't there? Right, we're taking a lot of damage here. Poor bear is going to die with that mortal strike. At some point, if I can keep you alive. There we go, let's revive you now. And get you back in the game. There we are, that's better. Always just use a ball for the increased movement speed, and never had a problem with keeping it alive. Oh, right, okay. Grimkel, I haven't named my bear. No, I haven't. I've got bear and wolf. Wolf has been with me since vanilla. So this is a very, very special wolf. I never bothered naming them. I guess I could think of a name in the future, definitely. Once I get more into the hunter way of things, certainly. Yogi Bear. Do you think they'll recycle stuff in Shadowlands? We could meet old enemies like Arthas riding Deathwing or Garrosh. I'm not sure. I think there's going to be some characters we will see. I don't know. They seem quite reluctant to do a lot of the sort of major characters like Arthas. I haven't heard anything mentioned of it. Maybe they're going to keep him for a potential sort of reveal later or something like that. Oh, I dinged. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mouse. I didn't even notice. Right, we got one more Grizzix rocket hop obtained. Oh, we've got to do that one. Eagle's Prey. Rocket hop. We'll pick this up. And then we can join in with these on the Sky Golem relatively easily. We need to do the different Zeppelins, so we can go out from here and do that. Has a right charge. And then we can go around here. This is so much easier when you can fly yourself, definitely. And then of course I'll need to do the actual mines and things themselves that are all around here. Probably work my way in actually from here, because there's a few here as it is. There we go, let's get the Goblin Zeppelin here. There we go, heal up there, and then do another one there, and get that going there. Ronnie, good afternoon to you, lovely to have you here. Your pet used to be called Kenny, so I could say, oh my god, you killed Kenny. I bet that happened a lot. Alright, okay, we've got to do this one. Then I think it's probably best to fly from here across to the next one. One that's got not a lot of mobs around it. So I'll help out with that one. Do that together. There we go. Do that one. I'll kill those, and then I'll pull in this one over here, because that was being added into the list, and then I'll work my way out. I'll do that one as well, and then we should be fine for the moment. This one. Sand Stream Streak. It is. It's been. What are we on now? The Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is the 4th one so far. So I think we're doing pretty well so far. Andy Key, good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. Right, okay, we've got some cleared here, so let's go through, loot those. Do that one, and then we'll run over this side and we'll do this one. Pet Owl has always been no trouble. It's a good thing you can at least get creative with the names, certainly. There we are. Easier when you've got help, certainly. Right, we've got another 4 here, so done that one. Let's go over here and do these 2 over here. Got a few hardened warriors there as well, so they're going to come in, Bear is, whoops, moving out of the way. I mistimed that one. Revive pet. Bear's back. And then we've got that. And then we've got the next one coming in. Don't know how to do all this. Oh, you can choose your video setting. If Sam looks blurry, manually set it to 720p. Oh, right, okay, because it's very much random whenever you get connected. So it's nice that we're onto a channel where you can change it. I did set it to 720 for that reason, so that if people couldn't change it, I wanted to make sure that they could. There we go. We'll do another one here. Number 7, and the next ones that look like they're over here, so we'll hand it over this way. There's one just there, so I will drop down here, I think. There we go. And we'll start from here. There we go. Will, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. Has it gotten cooler for you? Hopefully it has. Alright, got another one over there. Black Powder Expert. Do that, do that. And then I'll destroy this whilst we're helping out there. Yeah, it's much better. Excellent. And we're done with that one. Fantastic. So now we need to ride the Griffin to the target. We'll do that one in a moment. These birds that fly around are actually part of the scenery. They're not sort of like mobs like this hungry seahawk that flies around on its own little rotation. These ones are actually just an object that has its center of axis over here, and it just rotates around. I thought that was quite funny. Right, let's head on down here. 8K, no overheating is going to be one expensive camera. 8K no overheating. Did I miss something there? Just happy pet attack macros are a thing. What's the 8K no overheating? Yeah, that's going to definitely be a problem if I'm ever going to go that high. I don't think I'll ever stream at 8K. Do I farm my raw mats or just buy them from the auction house? Usually I buy them on the auction house. In the volumes that I collect, I always need them more. Oh, Silent wanted me in 8K. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a very expensive camera. Some sort of red Alexa jobby or something, I imagine. Okay, we'll do this, do this. What do we need to do? Peer into the wilderness, sound defense. We'll just click on the things until Captain is done, perhaps. Short fuse special. I guess we need to just do each of these. Let's go head on down first. Kill a few of these. We basically need to sabotage it, I think. Sabotage the Horde airships as 6% of that is what we need to do there. Let's have a look at that. Yeah. Yeah, never say never. Might be soon, I think. I didn't revive my pet, did I? Your pet is not dead. And then let's summon our pet. We need a pet for this. Come on, bear. We've got work to do. So we'll just basically open everything, destroy everything, and we've got to kill the captain as well. So we might as well. I assume that's your chief engineer. Okay, where's the captain then? I'm sure you must be in here somewhere. Bloodthirsty crewman. Crewman. I wonder if you're up the top instead. We'll have a look. The captain's over there. The captain's somewhere different. According to that, I'm here and the captain's over there. Let's go through that. That should work. I'll do that, run that through, and whilst that's happening, we'll open up all of these and then go through that. Got enough from full-time content creator can upgrade his gear. Would love to watch him in 2K. So much more space on the screen. No more TSM over TSM windows. Could you imagine that? That would be massive. I mean, I've played WoW in 4K before, and it does look really nice. I was on a pretty super duper computer which I played it on, See, I don't think I need to do this chief engineer because it's saying Captain Nashato. So I'm thinking I'm somewhere else I need to be for this. Is my thoughts. Probably up above or something like that. We'll have to have a look. Need to heal my pet though. I'll work our way up because we have sabotaged a few things whilst we've gone here. So sharpshooter, we'll run up here. So I'll open that also there. Yeah. Yeah, it does look like it's up rather than anything else. Yeah, I reckon over here looks like a place to be. Sharpshooter there. You look like the captain. Yeah, captain is there. We have found the captain. Up above, inside the horseshoe thing. Thank you. Thank you, mouse. Basically right above me. Fantastic. There's the captain. Let's do the shaman first because you'll probably do some healing and things like that. So we need to keep that on top of things. Is there a stream delay? Oh right, okay. Might have to refresh on that one. Yeah, captain's here. Right, okay. Let's do you, Mr. Captain. Got that, got that, got that. And then heal up our bear. Okay. With the pre-patch hitting soon, don't you think that people who earn gold on BFA gear will get lower sales as a new pre-patch gear that drops the same eye level as normal? There is probably a good chance of that, but I'm not too concerned. I will basically just keep on selling until I no longer sell any. Basically, it's quite simple for me in terms of like I'm happy to just keep restocking. I will probably change my operations slightly because I'll do things like turn on, ignore item variations and things like that. Excuse me. Because I will be in more competition and people may just be looking for the item level rather than particular stats, I think, at this stage. Right, let's go over and do this one. And then we'll kill that, do that. How are we doing? 78%. Jack, good afternoon to you. Love to have you here. Even entry-level camera will do loads better than the normal webcam. That is true, Mr. Honker, if you can get one that can have an open shutter, really, isn't it? I mean, my old SLR was like one of your original Canon 6 megapixel cameras. So, and that died because I basically used the shutter too much. It had something like 30,000 shutter releases over its lifetime, and it started stuttering. And it would have been too expensive to repair, sadly. Let's go out here. Do we need to leave? Ride Griffin to safety, yeah. Let's just head back outside from here, and that should be done. And then we can hand that in. Sound defense, fantastic. There we go. You have a 1080 Logitech webcam. It's all right, but I'd love an upgrade. Yeah, that's the one I've got now. It's the C920. I think that's the standard webcam that most people use. Let's go in this way. Let's go down here and hand this one. Where are we at?
Good day to you.
Sound defense, 61%, 61 XP and an XP bonus as well. There we go. Wow. Okay. Your camera's more of a photo one than a video one, but it can still do 4K video. Nice. I mean, you do. Obviously, I would never have the. At the moment, I don't have the internet bandwidth to be able to upload at 4K. Definitely. Gonna make some ink from the pigments before you drown in it all. Good idea, Mushy.
Lycam just subscribed. Joining in to keep you streaming full time. D.
D. Thank you, Lycam. That's so kind of you. And thank you, Brian, for talking through the text. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Have a whole load of emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. That is brilliant. Thank you. I'll have to teach Brian how to pronounce emotes, maybe. So we're in a good position here in terms of XP. We're up to 117, so 3 more levels to do. So there's things we could do here. We could potentially do some time walking a bit later if people are interested in that. I want to just go through and relist everything on first, because a lot of my characters have got things that have expired since the last night. Okay, Syncopatics, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Any good Photoshop guide series on YouTube? Need help with your thumbnail. Using Canva at the moment, which is okay. Would like it better. What specifically do you need to know, Will, about Photoshop in terms of how it works and things? I don't know of any actual tutorials specifically, but I'm sure there's probably... I could always... I'm happy to sort of advise you on things if you do need something. Where am I earning gold at the moment? Is it professions, BFA stuff? It is mainly professions, pretty much all professions, to be honest. Spread over as many professions as I can. Some of those are just BFA, like leatherworking and blacksmithing. Some of those I go a lot deeper, like enchanting and tailoring, and make a lot more out of that. A beginner tutorial, never used it before, and it seems scary. I could do a run through quite quickly, but for Photoshop to really shine, I think the thing you need to get your head around is layers and how they work, because that's the beauty of Photoshop, is having layers and then layer masks, and all your adjustments and things you can do on top of that is the best thing to look into, I would say. I've mixed matched a lot of professions, which makes bags messy. Do I think it's worth deleting max professions and move it to other characters to keep things tidy? Got combos like tailoring and leatherworking on a single toon. I'm always reluctant to recommend getting rid of profession, especially if you spent a lot of time getting that profession leveled up. So I would try and work with what you have. Maybe have more guild bank space is the way around it, certainly. And TSM is quite good at managing your stock levels, certainly. Will I keep skilling up vanilla engineering? I will, Mouse. That will be on the list, certainly. Only really know how to use Photoshop for normal picture editing. Got all professions on 3 servers. Keep making BFA stuff. I've earned over 30 million the past month. So the past week's gone super slow. I think this week is slowing down. I wonder if more people are going to come back with pre-patch coming very soon, definitely. But I'm not sure how I could do a rundown on Photoshop, certainly. Maybe that's something to add to a list for a video for Skillshare or something. What are my most consistent sellers? Let's have a look at my ledger. The enchants do pretty well, I would say, in terms of revenue. If we look at all characters over the last 30 days, number of auctions, those are... Oh, okay, that skewed my things. I got loads of tie spray linen pants. That's not what I want, because that was sold to the merchant. Hold on, filter by groups, all types. Let's take the vendor ones out. We don't need those. And take out the trades as well, just auctions. There we go. So looking at this in terms of number of auctions, or rather stack, let's have a look at stacks. In terms of things you got, okay, those are the... That's probably not going to help me as much as auctions. Deep sea bags, frost weave bags, nether weave bags, embroidered deep sea bags. Lots of bags at the moment. Looking at those. Uncanny male arm guards, spell blade, and then some enchants here. Glorious stats, deadly navigation, machinist brilliance. Odd things there, basically, from looking at that for the past 30 days. Some highborn compendiums, greater flasks there. What else have we got here? And then we're down to single auctions there. Per item, in terms of like money, the uncanny combatant stuff, the plates, the deck pounder, the boots, and cutlass, all the uncanny blacksmithing weapons are doing really well for me in terms of amount there. Sort by total as well, we can do that. So Greater Flask of the Undertow was a good one there. 89 of those. Greater Flask of Endless Fathoms. Obviously, looking at those, need to think about the cost for all the Zenithid and stuff. How much profit is that? Because I would say the shields and the blacksmithing stuff would be more profit potentially. I don't think I can. No, I can't add in anything else there. Time frame. No, that's over the last 7 days there. Also see in my whole stream the pixels drop like every 30 seconds. Oh really? That's an interesting one, Jack. I'm not sure where that's come from. Every 3 seconds. Oh right, okay. That's very odd. Is it literally just I got 293 dropped frames according to OBS. It's a bit like a tick, is it? Oh, that's strange, actually. Oops, wrong chat, no problem. That's very strange. Saxon Girl, good afternoon to you. Oops, got my time wrong. No problem, lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Tick Bitties, classic gold making streams are slim to none. Do you ever think about switching over? Yes, I do like classic. I was thinking about that when I was making my last NA video and thinking about the fishing that I was doing on the docks and thinking I do miss that. If I could somehow incorporate doing and have the time to be able to do classic, retail and Shadowlands all as well as making videos for them all, I would. I think it's just a question of trying to make the balance work. Hillian, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. And Premiere Pro editing tutorial, please. I think finally getting better. Now I can edit a 20-minute video in an hour. Shortcuts are your friend in Pro. Yes, definitely. You can either I use space C and V quite a lot for Premiere Pro, or if you want to really skip through your video quite quickly, J, K and L and tapping those multiple times really help you out on that one. Weird, I'm catching me at breakfast, something about salmon food, I guess. Lovely to have you here, Doc. Been making, hold on. Looks fine to you as well, okay. Got problems with the brightness on the right. Yes, that is actually quite bright. I could close the blind actually much for you on that one. There we go, that should be better, hopefully. Been making a lot of the uncanny gear, but disenchanting of the blues are boring and slow after they are, definitely. There we go. What else have I got? Missing stuff through, hold on. Classic wants Shadowlands is retail then. That's another option. Katie Wondersheep could do that. Edwards, good afternoon to you. What's this surprise stream? Lovely to have you here. We're doing a run of streams at the moment. We're on to our 4th day in a row at the moment. We're going to carry on all Friday afternoon. What do you make the uncanny gear? Do I disenchant the blue gear or scrap it? In order to make the expulsum, I usually disenchant the blues because I'm still making enchants as well. And you can keybind them to your MMO mouse too as well. It's great. I've seen some of the editors at my old place of work. They had a few MMO mice for that very same reason, basically. Tankerino66, thank you so much for the follow. Just don't burn yourself out trying to do too much at once. That's the risk, Ashiko. I'm definitely doing a lot more hours now, solely doing content creation rather than trying to do it around work as well. Pally, thank you so much for the follow. Every 3 seconds it's a little blurry and then returns. That's very strange. Must be maybe it's an encoding thing, perhaps. What's my settings on OBS? It's probably to do with that. I'm at 1280 720. My output is 3000 kilobits per second. I haven't changed any of those. Encoder preset is to quality. So that's very odd. Definitely, Jack. Yeah. It doesn't happen for you, Cat Killing or Daniel. Okay, interesting. But I have been having this for a while. Okay, Jack. That's probably an encoding thing, I would say. Very busy, sadly. See if you can spread the load out a little bit, Edwards. You don't. There's no. I know it's you're leading a feature, but there's no need to take it all on yourself. Definitely. Only on my stream. Interesting. Okay. Very strange. I was checking it on the camera. Okay. See if it's a common thing. Yeah. It could be. I mean, I'm using just standard NVENC encoding settings, so it could be something to do with my graphics card or something like that. Oh, you see it now. You had to put it on full screen. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it sounds like if it's going blurry and then suddenly going sharp again, that to me sounds like a MPEG encoding issue where the video degrades over a period of time when the pixels change, and then suddenly it will add in a keyframe where it will refresh every single pixel on the screen. Would be my first thought on that. So I wonder if there's something to do with that. I'll have to have a look if there's anything I can change in my encoding settings. I'll have to have a look. So we've got some sales. What have we got here? Sales. Most farming, Ashara's Veil, Crystallized Life, and Battle Potion of Agility. Okay. So what I will do is I'll just run through my other characters and make sure everything's relisted on first, and then we might come back to Briggit and do a little bit more on the professions here. We could also go over to Shadowlands and look at some of the profession stuff there as well. The moment I lifted it up, oh okay, it's fine as long as I stand still. Yeah. So basically anything to do with encoding where there's a big change in the pixels, perhaps. That you're in 480, so you don't notice. And you're on full screen on mobiles. I wonder if it's a transcoding thing, perhaps. Midnight Hawk, good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. You sold 114 compendiums in the last 30 days. That's quite a lot of compendiums, 7 Claw Flying. I like that. And Aku, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So yes, let's swap characters. Let's go on over. But the camera is crystal clear, so it's down to the game encoding more than the actual camera. Okay, could be interesting. I'll have to have a review and look at it afterwards. Review encoding settings. Oh yeah. Compendiums and contracts have fallen off, so hard for you. Only great contract is still unshackled for me. Over 2,000 of it. That's a decent amount. Right, let's go have a look. What have we got? We've got some expires. Let's deal with those first. Quite a lot of stuff coming through here, so we'll get this lot sorted. That's a lot of ink and AFK crafting. Yes, it is. That's the issue with inscription, really, isn't it? Einstringen, good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. Gonna go list everything on first. Make sure we can get ourselves some sales. We had some good sales this week. I think our Sunday is going to be quite a nice one. Auctioning, let's run a post scan, get everything back on. Glyphs aren't so bad because most are Legion inks. So happy to have a trader in Shadowlands for the inks. Yes, that could be make things a lot easier, shouldn't it? Done with Vanilla Engineering number 2 and soon Vanilla Alchemy number 2. Fantastic, Mouse. Good position to be in. Yeah, Edwards is not so keen because of the Legion inks may be going down in the Legion glyphs may be going down in price. You're going to mill all your herbs to inks. Yeah, I get undercut a fair amount on inscription as well. It's one of my more competitive markets, although I'm not very broad in it, so that's what I need to do. Just to use them before Shadowlands hits. I've still got quite a lot at the moment. What in the world is this? Also, hi, Samadan in chat. Zanzibar, lovely to have you here. Redeemed sort a guild tab. Fantastic. Basically that means I go over and sort out a guild tab of your choosing. Let's go have a look. We can see. Did I have one from earlier, Mushy, as well? I can't remember. Let's go have a look. And have a... Oh, Samadan's guild tabs are looking relatively well sorted at the moment. We've got a few... I mean, that one's looking lovely, that one. That one's... We could probably do with getting some of... We could probably go a step further with this, because you've got all this wind wool and things like that in different places, and all this cloth in different places. We could probably start sorting this out into different sections, perhaps. So let's take this one step further. Like Mushy said, cloth into one page. So let's do /tsm get wind wool. We'll take some of that out. Have I got the bag space for this? Yes, looks like I have. We'll take all this out and then we'll pop it onto one tab. Yeah. There we are. What else did I miss? Let me just scroll up. If it wasn't rolling all professions and crafting 30 a week, that's enough for you. Wow. Okay, that is a lot, definitely. What's that? Mushy with the mountain of herbs and mass milling that old stuff. Yes, definitely. Takes too long to find and make a lot of glyphs. It can be tricky. I'd like to get into the market though. I like the idea of making glyphs, certainly. Yeah. Elemental one tab, leather on one tab, organisation. That's exactly how we need it, definitely. Okay, so we've taken all our wind wool out of here. So let's make a cloth tab. This one, tab 2. Cloth. We'll call this cloth. Actually, let's change the icon for it as well. We need a nice clothy icon. We can't search these, can we? That would be nice if we could. Let's look for one. Was that cloth? No, that wasn't cloth. Lots of armour. Let's just keep on scrolling. There's a lot of different things here. Don't see any cloth easily. Well, that looked a bit clothy. What was that? No, that's all the same. There we go. There's so many icons. Yeah, I think we need one higher up. So we've got pants and things there for the cloth. And then you've got rings, and then those are enchanting bits and pieces. Yeah, we can't see any real cloth at the top, but these top ones, I don't see a great deal. Ah, there we go. There's my cloth. Fantastic. So a good cloth icon. Let's pick one here. I guess wool cloth is a nice one. That's very easy. Or we could do thread. Thread would be quite a nice one, wouldn't it? Then that would... there we are. Wish there was a filter for the icons. That would be very, very nice. Definitely. Now, if I TSM put here, will it put them into this tab? I think it should. /TSM put wind. There we go. There is an add-on for it, is there? Macro is scripts set Guildbank tab info 5 to cooking, achievement profession, chef hat. Replace that with the tab number name, icon name from Wildhead. That's interesting. Thank you for that, Grimkel. New blue pigment will be needed. Also, crafts not as users now in BFA. There's going to be a lot of different stuff coming through in BFA, certainly. just make it a faster guild bank. Taking out the items in and out are so slow. Yes, Obi. I mean, Billis was talking about the other day. It's basically because lots of people can use the guild bank. It's not just one person's. They have to do a lot of checking and double checking on it, which is, I can understand why Blizzard have that, certainly. Do I do my daily Pandaria cooldown for cloth? I don't actually, but it's probably a good time to start doing that again. Definitely, because of the potential for some good crafts coming out of Shadowlands. Yeah, you can move faster manually. Yeah, sometimes it is easier to do it manually. Right, I'm just going to sort this as well whilst we're here, and then we can come back and do this another time. There's other things we can do here on the cloth side from the other tabs, and also we can take this windwall and turn it into bolts. The same with the other things like the frost weave. And that will condense down my space a lot as well. There we go. It says it's sorted, but that's because I got one on my. Let's just deal with that, and then drop that down there. There we go. That's better. Fantastic. Snowleons, thank you so much for the follow. Also costs 0 effort to make them. What's that with? Your point is eventually the price is going to be absolutely plummet because there'll be an abundance of inks. The reason the Legion glyphs are good is the price of the pigment is still alright. When they become cheap, Legion glyphs will be dirt cheap. But also costs 0 effort to make them, which is what, yeah, as much as saying, the 0 effort is the main problem, yeah. Which will basically, it will plummet the prices on them. It's the question then with the Legion glyphs is, it's down to the barrier of entry of getting hold of all of those glyphs. I mean, some of them are very easy just as you start off, but a lot of the other ones, if you're in a position like myself on Samadan, I don't have that. So I could see people at least having that as a barrier of entry. Can we check profession recipes in the PTR? Yes, you can. You can go into the Unlearned tab for each of your professions, and you can look through them that way. Let's deal with the rest of our expires whilst we go running through these. But in terms of actually making things, then you have to be in Shadowlands beta to be able to do that. We can go and do that a bit later on this afternoon, certainly. Also with the no new glyphs in Shadowlands, I think a lot of our profit will be in contracts. Now we've got a load of netherweed bags here to deal with. Okay, let's sort those out. Yeah, I wish there were more. I guess there are already a lot of glyphs already, isn't there? So I don't know. I mean, Inscription's obviously going to have the decks as one of the main things to start off with. Nameless27, thank you so much for the follow. Right, let's post up this lot. And then we need to deal with those netherweed bags. Tempting as it would be to buy out the market on those netherweed bags, I still, I think the 8 gold threshold is just still a loss for me, unfortunately. If I can keep them at 10 gold, I'd be happy. But we'll have to check on the price of them. Let's go have a look at that after this posting scan. So let's just look for, have I got one recently? No. Netherweave bag. So now, yeah, they're down to $6.99. I mean, they only cost, well, crafting cost is now 7 gold 79, so it's actually negative profit for me to make these. 7 gold to 8 gold there. If I was to buy out those, how much would that cost me? Oh, I keep forgetting that. I go to do it expecting that I'll be able to get the buy commodity, and I always end up buying those. That's always such a pain. So we've got 8, 39 and 16 here. If we were to reset the market on that, that's quite a lot, to be honest. So I'll leave that. I'm going to park my netherweed bags for another time. So what I'll do is open everything but the money. How much space have we got for our bags? Let's have a look. We should have enough space for most of them here. And then we're going to have to make a guild tab just for netherweave bags. Stocking up nicely, hexweave, netherweave and deep sea. Yes, those are a good combination. If you can get some Shalder silk bags as well, and some of the stranger ones, like Hyjal expedition bags and burnished in burnished inscription bags, the 36 lotters. You might be able to get a few good sales out of those as well. On your server, glyphs were selling at a healthy price for 6k, then the server merger happened and they went down to 4k. Then a salty individual decided that if it wasn't the only one selling, then no one would be, and dropped it to 750 gold. So from 6k to 750 in less than 2 weeks. Ouch. Yeah, that's hard. What's this one? Oh, that was too big a window. Sorry for the flash of white there. Do apologise. Larger macro icon selection. Okay. Ah, right. Okay, so that makes the window bigger. That's interesting. I'll add that to my bookmarks to look at later. Thank you for sharing that one, Real Ginny. Yeah, so that'll make it easier to look at them, certainly. And Detlef Boy, good afternoon to you. And Deboding, just watching the intro to Goldmaking episode 3. Really like this video, so well, thank you so much. Bags, that's what I was doing. So we'll make a fresh tab here for bags. Have we got a clear tab? No, it's already looking a little bit messy. That's probably the cleanest. We could probably just clear out this for the moment. And we'll make this nether weave bags. Okay, we'll change this one to our bags, and at one point we will be able to sell these. Let's change the icon. So nether weave bags. There's going to be an icon for a nether weave bag here at some point, isn't there? We just need to be able to find it. Here's some bags. Nether weave looks like, oh, there it was, I saw it. This one. That's our bags. /tsm put nether. Right, here comes the bags. There we go. Really loving the whole start from scratch vibe. Oh, excellent, Wonder Sheep. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We've got some netherweave cloth sneaking in there. Yeah, gatherers will want that. The Hydral Expedition bag, definitely. First thing you said when they announced the realm linking was the markets crashing. Certainly, I like how TSM just throws the bags in random slots. It does do like the last one, I think, and then the rest it all kind of comes through. So it might be inaccurate compared to items in the auction house. Yes, that's the main thing as well. Is with the merger, as Jack mentioned. I'll sell enough for your daily target, but in your other markets, plus enough ink inventory to ride it out. Just sorry, for the newcomers to the glyph market. It can be tricky, certainly. What professions will be my first ones to level in Shadowlands? All of them, if I can, in some way or form. Ideally, although Samadan being my main, I imagine tailoring and enchanting will get the most attention first. Although I can see myself going into the gathering, alchemy, inscription and herbalism from that point of view as well. Yeah, faster guild banks would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get it, just simply because of the architecture of it. Do I think netherweave bags are worth making versus the time spent crafting them? Not really, Grimcull. They take far too long to make. The only reason I have so many of these at the moment is because for a couple of times I tried buying out of the market to reset the price, but it didn't work, and the price crashed below 10 gold again. I was hoping to be able to sell quite a few at 10 gold because that would have been a profit for me, because most of these, what's my average buy price? It's quite high actually, 9 gold 46. So I really do need to be selling them at least over 10 gold. But as you can see, I've got way too many at the moment. And I still got, yeah, that's almost all done. There we go. That is netherweave bags full in one entire, that's very neatly gone into one entire guild tab for my netherweave bags. Looks amazing, but we need to sell some of those ideally. Yeah, the posting cost is the main problem as well, Jack. So if I can get them higher, I mean, I had sold a few higher. I've sold 173 for an average price of 16 gold, which is better for me. If I can somehow keep the market value at the same as the region market value, which is 17 gold, that would be better. To sell them at 17 gold would be good. You have 20,000 netherweave cloth with an average buy price of 20 silver. Yeah, 14 or 15. So if I can get those at 70, somewhere between sort of 14 and 17 gold would be really nice. At the moment, unfortunately, I just have a guild tab full of them, and I can either try and reset the market, but I'd have to buy a whole load more bags just to keep on top of that market. So I'd really have to invest in that, and I don't think they sell that quickly. Maybe once Shadowlands hits and more characters are starting afresh, perhaps that would be a time to look into it. But for now, unfortunately, we shall just leave it as it is. So we'll keep everything on. Samadan's posted everything on. Let's just go double check everything we have here. So we've got everything's coming in, 81,000 for the week, that's good. Let's just check our auctions. Nothing's about to expire, nothing's sold recently. We probably just need to check if we need to restock on anything before we move on. And then we are here at, okay, there's, oh, rich purple silk shirt, we sold one of those, okay. Deep sea bags again, kebabs, and more enchants, which we were missing the veiled crystals for those. So we'll just do, we'll take the enchanting off, I think, and we'll just do the cooking, and, well, that's quite a lot. Malformed Nasher, Aberrant Voidfin, and Questionable Meat, if we can get those. And then the deep sea bags and the rich purple silk shirt, we'll do those, and we'll leave the enchanting for the moment. So we'll just take tailoring and cooking and open the task list on those whilst we're here. And then we also, I'm missing Gorgon fly trap to be able to get that daily cooldown sorted, so we're going to have to go visit our garrison as well. A couple from the guild bank, so let's go collect up the things first. Got quite a lot of stuff here, so we'll move all of that lot out. There we are. Make key yourself. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to you. All is well indeed. Hope you're having a lovely Friday yourself. You just milled 2,000 gold. Oh, really? Okay. You pick more than you use, apparently. Wow, definitely. Yeah. But resetting a market like that is almost impossible. The cloth is so easy and cheap to get. Exactly, Jack. That's the main problem. I can't control the source materials at all on those. So there will always be people selling them for less. I mean, I could probably just take the loss and try and get rid of inventory space at this point and sell them for whatever. And then I get at least a little bit of my gold back. That would be another option. And then call it as, put it down to experience more than anything else, I think. So Malformed Nasher, Aberrant Voidfin is looking quite expensive there though. 47 gold. My mat cost is 35 based on my average buy price. That will affect the price of whatever I'm cooking here, which is the let's have a look, the kebab, which has got a 7 gold profit. It needs, let's have a look at the kebab. It's a 15 gold profit per craft, and it crafts 5. So each one crafting cost is telling me 68 gold based on, what's the expensive one? Aberrant Voidfin is 47 gold. Aberrant Voidfin here. So that's an extra 12 gold per item, but we don't need one, we need 0.6 of one. So 12 gold, 0.6 of 12 gold would be about 6 gold. Maybe call it 8 gold overall extra expense onto my crafting price. And the crafting cost is 68. We're selling them for 73, so take another 8 gold onto that. That takes me to 70, about 75 where we're at there, 76. So it's still a profit if I buy them at this price at 47 gold. So that's okay to buy them. We can offset that slightly because our Malformed Nasher mat cost is 32. Oh, it's not much of a difference actually. Looking at that at 31. Math Friday. Sorry, Mouse. It is a bit like that. Just trying to calculate in our head whether it's worth still crafting these and buying these. And my answer is yes. So I'm going to buy the ones I need. So that I only need 6 of those. And then the malformed Nasher, I'll just buy the ones I need, which is 21. I might buy more actually, as they're currently cheaper than my mat cost, so let's take the 49 whilst we're there, slightly a bit extra, and then we can craft those quite easily. If we head on over this way and this way. If I'm going to head to my garrison, I could probably also do with some Draenic dust whilst I'm here. Draenic dust, just in case, because that is nice, got a nice cheap price on it at the moment. That cost 55 silver, so I'll buy the cheap ones, which is all of those. That will be fine. And then we'll buy up those, all of those. That's fantastic. And then we need to close down the task list now. We don't need that, so we can at least make, let's get Pierre, and then let's get our cooking started. We can make the kebabs. There we go. 2,500 cerulean pigment. Time to get that garrison fired up again. Enchanting is looking good in Shadowlands. I think enchanting is going to be great because there's so many different things you can enchant, which I think is really nice. Deadly navigation. Let's do one of those whilst we can. Just sold a Colteran mining. 2 Colteran minings, 1 for each hand. That's good. Unless that's a reset on the price at 23 gold. And then tailoring wise, we definitely want to do our rich purple silk shirt. And then 3 deep sea bags. Okay, well, good day to you. I hope you're doing well. Draenic Dust is available for 16 order hall resources. Is it syncopatics? We'll go and get some as well at the same time. Too late, no problem. I already reviewed Professions in Shadowlands here or on YouTube. I haven't reviewed them as a YouTube video. I've been looking at them when we do go over to Shadowlands. They're looking interesting, certainly. There's still a lot of stuff in the air at the moment, though. So let's post those ones on first, and then we'll head on over to our garrison and just deal with the things we need over there. Rich purple silk shirt, if we can sell that, carry on selling that for a nice price, even though it's no longer epic. I mean, that's when it really sold for a good amount. But if we can keep selling it for that, that'd be fine. That is amazing, 47%. Absolutely amazing. Is there an easy item to craft in Draenor to disenchant? I can't think of it, because I would immediately think something tailoring, but everything in Draenor tailoring is the hexweave, really, isn't it? I can't think of anything that's different. Let's just look at my Draenor patterns. Armor, hexweave, yeah, hexweave bracers would be one thing, but that needs the hexweave cloth. It needs 100 hexweave cloth, so the crafting cost is way too high, really, for that. I mean, the best way really of getting enchanting materials. I mean, I go through temporal crystals quite quickly. That's the main thing I go through. Not sure what the tab names are, so tab 2, Thomas, fantastic. Let's go over and sort that out. We've been doing that earlier, so we can carry on sorting out Samadan's guild bank. It's anyone's guild bank, whichever character is active at the time you redeem it. So we'll have a look. That's a nice looking pen. So tab 2 is the cloth that we've already done. What we can do is take some cloth out of one of the others and pop it in there, because we've got a fair amount to deal with here. We've got some tie spray in here, we've got some rune cloth, we've got some mage weave. We probably could do with taking the thread as well whilst we're here. We've got a lot of different things here. Runic catgut is also used, imbued silk weave. Let's take the nylon thread. All the tailoring bits and pieces we can take out of this tab, and we'll pop it in the other one and then sort that out. So we've got all of that. So there's our cloth tab. Then we'll move over from here and we'll pop all of that lot in. As Mushy said, this is sometimes quicker to do manually than to use TSM, especially if you've got lots and lots of different things like this. You just have to wait for the icon to disappear before clicking the next thing. That's the easiest way. We'll go through that, go through that, go through that. They introduce Uber Eats in your city. Is that a good thing for you, Mushy? I've never really ever used any of the fast food delivery things. I've always picked it up myself. Maybe that's just me. There we go. Okay, we'll sort this lot out. There we go. Yeah. Oh, while I'm there, Ashikor. Okay, we'll do that. Fantastic. By the end of this, we'll have the cleanest guild banks Mushy has ever seen. There we go. That's looking much better, isn't it? We'll just clean that out, and we could probably do with making a enchanting tab as well whilst we're here. Country where you need a taxi license to drive around, strange for a profit. You cannot get car insurance otherwise. Oh really? You're not driving people though, are you? You're just driving people's food, so maybe that counts under different insurance. Perhaps. There we go, look at that. Nicely sorted, if ever I saw one. I mean, Uber itself doesn't exist. Ah, right, okay. So whilst we're here, let's sort out another one. Oh, we've got some cloth here. We need to put that cloth in here, but we've got 1, 2, 3 columns left. That's more than 3 columns. So let's clean out the ones we do have. It looks like we're going to have to actually make some bolts of rune cloth to be able to deal with that. That would be the next thing we have to deal with. We do have a few other miscellaneous bits here. So let's try and take all the odd ones, and I can deal with the other ones later. That's all looking nice. Runic actor, rune thread as well. That needs to go in. We'll deal with the Shalderai silk later, I think. Looking back at the cloth, and then we're going to have to go through here. Maybe the Tide Spray linen will have to have its own tab, perhaps, because Tide Spray linen comes in and out very quickly on my characters. We'll take all these bits and the smaller bits, like that. Hexweave, obviously, I'm keeping myself, and everything else. We've got the lots of chaos crystals there. So let's go there, and then let's sort out that lot. There we are. Do not make the bolts, sell the cloth. Okay, wise. We would want to use the cloth though, won't we, Mushy? Cloth I want to keep hold of, because I will use it at various times, and usually it's in bolt form, certainly. Glad to play games. Hope you're doing well. The Windwall cloth, I would make the Pandarian gear, if I could maybe vendor that. Frostweave, I make Frostweave bags out of the imbued Frostweave cloth, so I'd use those, certainly. Not these amounts. I was talking the rune cloth. Ah, right, the rune cloth. It's a good point, actually. I'm not sure what I'd do with the rune cloth. I've got a fair amount of mage weave there as well. A little bit of rune cloth there. Currently worth 2 gold on the server. Looking at that, my average buy price is 38 silver. Yeah, I've got a fair bolt of silk. I've got just over 300 bolts of rune cloth. Yeah. You reckon to sell? I wonder how quickly it would sell, the rune cloth, for 0.34. Got 6,000, yeah. List 5 stacks. Okay, I'm going to take Mushy's advice whilst we're here. I have plenty. Oh, yeah, I've got more than plenty of enough. Let's just pop 5 on, see what happens. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll use TSM here properly. So we'll go through and get ourselves a group. About the wool disenchanting, all wad mats are worth 40 silver each if you make it into spirits, then blood. So be aware that before you craft or disenchant dust. Okay, thank you, Rose. So a base price of 40 silver. Okay. Yeah, 5 stacks, very specific. It's quite a large amount. I would have gone for maybe 2 or 3 or 1 to test it out first. But let's go through the process anyway. So looking at this under enchanting, under fishing, specials, under tailoring, cloth under here. We got rune cloth. Using a monk, good evening, good afternoon to you. Using my monk to drop and forget bank, and not actually posting as a bank. Now I accidentally leveled the monk to 120 as well. for just when those 2k emissaries come to get some fast gold. Very nice. Not to flood the auction house, definitely. It's a nice amount, 1,000. Do I ever gather my own materials? Very rarely, very rarely. So let's sell rune cloth. Rune cloth. And we only want maybe a... What do you want? Oh, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. It is an early stream, Philippa. We're carrying on for the Friday afternoon here. So I would look at this and say, okay, do I have an operation that sells at just a stack of 200? I don't think I have. So let's try and make one up. Some of these might have a mass amount, mass 200 region average. Let's have a look at that one for a minute, just to give it a little look. So mass region 200 average, 24 hours, 200 post cap, DB region market average, DB region market average. And then if we were to look at that group under the sell rune cloth and add in the rune cloth first, there we go. So rune cloth, currently min price would be 36 silver, normal price would be 1 gold 32, and max price 1 gold 79. So that's not going to work for me on that operation. So what we'd have to do is have a look at mass auctioning operations, mass 200 region average, and let's copy that and then rename this one mass 200 DB market. And then 24 hours should be fine, and then we're going to go for DB market. 30% seems a little low though, so I'll take this lower to 60%, and we're not going to ignore ones below. We just won't post them because we'll use them elsewhere. And then this one will be, that seems a little low, so say 300% DB market. DB market. There we go. And then we'll take that and they'll just do this one at DB market as a rough thing like that. There we go. Something like that would be a nice interesting one to do. Looking at the rune cloth for that then, let's go through sell rune cloth. So that's using, take rid of that one and change it to mass 200 DB market. And use that one. Look at the items. So now we've got a min price of 1 gold 91, a normal price of 3 gold 18, and a max price of 9.54. And then we can also just change that operation. It was mass 200, so let's change that to mass 1000, like that, and then change our post cap to 1000, something like that, maybe. MattCup92, thank you so much for the follow. Seathrift pre-raid. Oh, fantastic. We have Seathrift coming over. I was hosting her earlier. And also Sham Shalabim, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. And here comes Seathrift. How are you, Seathrift? I must admit I had a pre-warning. Sham's fine. Okay. That'll be easier. How are you, Seathrift? I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been? Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Seathrift's stream. What were you doing over on Seathrift's stream? Today we are making a operation to sell our excess rune cloth, which we've just finished doing now, and then we're going to post that on and have a look at that. So let's just bring up our Brutosaur and we can add that into our list. So we have this down here. Sell rune cloth is already selected, and then we'll run a post scan and see how that works. So our rune cloth is coming on at 2 gold 18, undercutting the competition there, and we should be able to sell that for a decent profit. So that would be nice because our average buy price is 38 silver. Aussie Kanga, thank you so much for the follow. And Jack, thank you so much for gifting us up to Billis. Oh, that's so kind of you. Did I miss Billis coming in earlier? Hold on, I was probably doing my... Oh, there we are, Billis. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. I missed you coming in. Oh, I missed a load of stuff on the chat, actually. I do apologise. If I have missed anything, please do shout out again. That's so kind of you, Jack. Thank you so much. Whole load of emotes for you, Jack. Thank you so much. How's things going, Billis? Everything all right? Hold on, I've got something in my eye. What else did I miss on? Hold on, let me just scroll down. I do think BFA herbs prices will drop even more than they are. Well, it's going to be balanced out. Yes, they won't be needed so much, but also there's going to be less people farming them. So that's the kind of balancing thing you need to think about, perhaps. Lower than 2 gold. I don't want to do it lower than 2 gold at the moment. I'll keep it at the market price, which is 2 gold 18. My lowest at the moment goes to 191 at the moment. So that should be alright. Dominated Mind, thank you so much for your Prime sub. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Have a whole load of emotes for you to use as you like. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. What else do we have here? You started to dump pets on your main NA realm, and maybe you can get to 5 million gold before the pre-patch. That's a good idea, Billis. This is for your 3rd account, isn't it, you were saying? I'm excited for the profession changes and pre-patch. Excited and full of trepidation at the same time, to be honest. There's a lot of weird stuff going with the item levels and old world crafted gear, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out at the moment. How do I have the auctioning prices set up for crafting professions like leatherworking? So I usually use crafting and a percentage of that as my crafting operations for most of my professions, or I will look at an average between the two. So if we look at something like, say, tailoring, if I go into that and look at, oh, I don't know, let's have a look. Actually, no, I need to go on the wrong tab. There we go. Let's go into TSM under my groups. So a typical operation for auctioning, for crafting, will like average DB market craft minimum, and then there I'll have the maximum between either 110% crafting or 30% of the average between DB market and DB region market average, and then something like that, if I copy and paste that, and variations of that would be my normal price as well. Lakis, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Oh, there's loads of stuff I missed there. Hold on, let me just scroll down and catch up a little bit more. I'm playing on 1 server on my branch now. I am currently on 2, technically. I am here on EU Shadow Song, and then I've started a new series, which I'm doing over on YouTube, where I'm starting from scratch on NA on Lightbringer, which is a whole load of fun. But that's a completely separate thing because it's a completely different region. Got a new bit of motor proof. Oh, fantastic, Rose, that's brilliant in here. What would I suggest using the primal spirits on in the garrison? Isn't bloods the best thing for that, Rose? Rose is the garrison mistress that knows everything about garrisons. I've had a problem where uncanny items doubled up in the crafting report window. It allows you to queue both versions, but only one will actually craft. Do you have both Horde and Alliance, Sweet DM? I wonder if that could be it. Really hope my vendor prices. Hope vendor prices for scaled gear will be really low. It would be terrible if people would turn a couple of copper bars into a level 50 weapon that vendors for 150 gold. This is my worry, Billis. Looking at things like the malevolent gladiators full weave pants and the windwool cloth price of it, it's like 67 gold or 62 gold to make, so it's very cheap to make and you can vendor it quite easily. Yeah, but the item you end up with vendors for very little. It's very odd at the moment, Velis, on the PTR and on Shadowlands beta, definitely. Dracos, thank you so much for the follow as well. I missed that earlier. Oh yeah, thank you, Mushy, allowing me to catch up there a little bit more. Savage Blood, that was it, isn't it, Rose? I woke up, good afternoon, good morning to you, need a coffee. Okay, can be Sam, lovely to have you here. Paul Rock, wish you lots of fun on the US server. Thank you, I'm having a huge amount of fun already. That's the main thing. No, only one leather worker. Oh, okay, that's strange, I'm not sure why it'd be both then. TDH, when Samadan joins your server. Well, I discovered that not only is Hickons on that server, as well, one of his servers, but also I discovered that Hazel Nutty Games is on that server as well, which is fantastic. So there's always going to be a server with gold makers on it, certainly. Have I tried Rubbery Flank 2x4 farm at all? Seems to be the best source of gold you can find on your server, but need something better before you run out of time to get a long boy. I haven't tried that particular 2x4 farm. I guess with something specific like that material is how much Rubbery Flank are people buying on your server would be my question, really, more than anything else. Vendor shuffles are the raw gold farming of the auction house world. It does seem to be that way for a lot of things. I personally prefer, rather than doing vendor shuffles, is doing professions that give me more gold, definitely. Gives value floor to old world mats and new players, a good source of income with crafting time of relics. Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it, really? I saw a little thing pop up there, Jack. I don't know where that came from. Introduced billions of gold into the economy, a lot more gold sinks can remove. There's a good reason why Blizzard nerfed shoulder inscriptions and the obsidian shuffle. Literally the way the raw gold goes, isn't it? Oh, is it? That's weird. Oh yeah, I see it there. I've never seen one pop up before. It just literally caught me out of the corner of my my eye. Didn't know Hazel and Hecons are there as well. Are they Alliance also? I believe so, yes. Hecon said it. I think he is on you're using max 500%. Oh, there's two maxes in there. Max 500% of maximum crafting, average buy, divided by 0.5. 500% first min BR. Oh, okay. There's a lot in there. My brain tends to fuzz over when I see multiple brackets and operations. What I'd have to do is break that down on a per line basis. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Finding things are not selling as often. I think it's a strange time at the moment, definitely. It is a strange time. Wonder 21, sorry, got the number wrong. Hope you're doing well. Midday streams, exactly, Lucas. We're basically doing a bonus extra Friday stream at the moment. So I threw in a couple of extra ones to my normal evening routines. So we've got a Friday afternoon one, and we did a Wednesday evening one. Next week I'll think of a new schedule and confirm that with everyone before I do that next time. Last two day sales have actually picked up a lot for you. I think a lot of people are maybe coming back for the PTR, perhaps. That could be an option. Let's have a look here. We've got a few things that had sold. Let me just make sure everything's posted on. We got the rune cloth. Did we actually post that on? We've probably just been undercut, haven't we? So I'll just go and post that on. See what happens there. There we go. So let's just go over to my other characters whilst we're running through this, because we've still got some gold to make on these characters. You're more than welcome, Wonder. Let's go into Jailwaking. Let's hope we can get a Silas prompt. Really watch my evening one since you're at work. Just tired after work. Yep. A few midday ones will be amazing. Okay, Lucas, that's good to know. Duly noted, definitely. Difference between vendor shuffles, where you can get a reasonable amount of gold for your mats, and vendor shuffles that would increase the value of all old content materials tenfold. That would definitely sort of really shake things up, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. What's happened to my desktop application? Has there just been an update? Let me just check. Where's my TSM disappeared? Hold on. Where's my TSM gone? My TSM seems to have died. Hold on one moment. I'll just go and sort that out. Hold on. Be right back. I seem to be missing a TSM. Trade. Where's it gone? I've lost my TSM. Hold on. My app has disappeared. Can't see it in there. Let me just move down this list. If I can see it over in this corner. Let's open it back up. There we are. It's just loading back up. TSM gone, panic time. One moment, it's backing up add-on settings. There we go. I may have to just exit out the game and come back in and then reload that, because that is that was an odd one, most definitely. Right, that is coming through now. There we go. We are back. Your app kept closing yesterday, did it, Adriana? That's the first time I've seen that happen to me. There we go. I wonder if it's crashing or they're doing an update or something in the background, perhaps. Honestly, would embrace them killing off vendor shuffles by not having crafted goods vendor value exceed the vendor value of the materials. Having gold printing machine that's unrelated to the state of the economy does nothing but promote hyperinflation. If there's one that's unreasonably high, definitely, I would agree with you. Sometimes it helps set a floor for the price of some materials. You back up your folder every week, do you? That's very good of you to be that safety conscious. Definitely, I do run the risk of losing mine. Although TSM, I guess, is backed up in the cloud as a premium member, so that helps. What's my favourite feature in TSM 4.10? It's the graph. It has to be. I mean, this graph is lovely to see. I've got over 2 years worth of data on this graph now. Obviously, from the time when I bought my Brutosaur to the time when I made the money back, nearly, and then spent it all after that, and then been buying tokens and things like that and just coasting along after that. It is a thing of beauty, Kalehole, definitely. Yeah, Modern Legion mission tables cause far more inflation than vendor prices will. They were quite the inflation, weren't they? Right, let's deal with our expires here. We've got some good sales on alchemy so far. Yeah, because that will affect deposit fees, wouldn't it, Billis? And then we don't definitely want that, because that's going to really affect us being able to list things. Unless they could somehow change the deposit fees, that would be something. Look at what my sheet asked. Hold on, let me have a look. Thank you. Did you do all 4 of the guild sort tabs? Jack, Sansville, Thomas, and Ashikar. I did. Oh, I might have missed one. I think I remember doing 3. Thank you, Mouse. Thank you, Mushy. We'll go and sort that out forthwith. Can't have that happening, so I'll do one more. Let's have a look. We're in Trader Joe's, so we'll have a look at what we've got here on the guilds tabs. There we go. And we've got some gilded seaweave here, which probably needs to send over to Samadan. We've got some enchanting mats with a load of Umbra shard that needs to be cleared out. We've got more cloth here that needs to go elsewhere. That's bolts of linen cloth down there. In terms of clearing things out, this could probably do with a bit of a fix as well. And then all the food. Let's do this one because we've got some cake over here on the side and a whole load of seasoned loins, which really are not going to do me any good at all being there. That's terrible. Close the thread. There we go. That's easier. Let's sort this one out. There we are. In your opinion, players should always have an incentive to sell the materials to actual players. As an MMO, after all, you can get a fraction of the value by just crafting and vendoring. That's fine, but interacting with other players and participating in the economy should yield more gold to your materials, in your opinion. I think so, Billis, and I think if that you have that with, if you can make something that other players want out of said materials, then that for me is the best way forward. So keeping as many professions' end results current as possible, for me, would be the best use of that, certainly. So maybe we're going to see some more things with old expansions having more value if they are something that people can use and wear whilst leveling. That would be nice, because obviously we've got heirlooms, the XP nerf on those. Maybe there's going to be some other sort of gems and sockets and things we could do that would make things quite nice. Yeah, cancel scanning is not really necessary once you've got yourself set up, definitely. Or if you don't want to mend it off, mail it to the monk, list them on the auction house for default prices. So, I guess we could do, just so that they've got some gold, I guess. I mean, what would be the vendor? What's my smart average buy price? 7 silver. Wow, my min buyout is currently 7 gold. We could maybe wait until Shadowlands, and maybe that would be used, because this is a Legion food, isn't it? Requires level 110 seasoned loins, isn't it? Yeah, I've got a lot of strange stuff here, definitely. Cheese, milk, we've got ice cold milk, we've got a lower loaf there, some grilled catfish. I've got all sorts of strange things. What's storm scale doing in here? That's not food. Hold on, let's take that out. There we go. Black mouth oil and witch berries. Really? Witch berries? Yeah. How much longer will I be able to enjoy your stream today, Sam? I am going till 5 PM UK time. Right, let's put that shimmer scale somewhere else. Something needs... Oh, I need to clear out these bags an awful lot, really. It's a mess, to be honest. Definitely. Only value is the space button. I am using up 3 guilds now, definitely. Which berries? Those berries. Exactly. So we're going to go through, we'll do our alchemy at the moment. We'll do our bag of anchors and get that going and see if we can get ourselves continuous curing. So no luck on the Silas. It is a very messy guild bank. We'll get there eventually once we've sorted it out. So let's post those on. Is there anything else we're missing then? We've got those bits and pieces are already on. That's fine. Okay, so we'll leave Awakening then. There's not anything. Have we got we've got an invasion on there. I was looking for... What's that we got there? A work order Sylvan Elixirs. Recipe rank 2. I mean, for completion's sake, we could possibly pick something like that up. Sylvan Elixir. Get the rank 2, but that will be a bit of a squirrel trail to do at this point, so I'll leave that one for the moment. So let's go through our other characters, make sure that everything's listed on at the moment. So much junk, definitely. Mail off all cloth back to Samadan. Yes, basically, Mushy, that will be the eventual thing. I'll send it all on over. 2 hours left of sorting. We won't do that, definitely. Galantos, thank you. Galantos, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. And also Lonewood, thank you as well. Vendor shuffles are both hurtful to the economy and very anti-MMO. If you go the philosophical route, if you don't want to spend time at the auction house, then you're good. Then offer your goods for a cheaper price. Happily buy all you can farm to choose more materials per day. Yeah, I mean, I can see the incentive. I think for me it would always be freedom of choice. Would be the thing. To think about for that. I would always want people to have freedom of choice to do what they want with the game. Not everyone necessarily, even though it's an MMO, necessarily wants to interact with players. Certainly not necessarily directly as well. But on the auction house, that at least gives you that difference. Right, there we go. I need to make my screen different. It gets tinier any time. There's a lot of stuff on here at the moment, definitely. A thing that does a thing for a thing. Mighty Sarlacc, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm starting to lose the plot now. Right, let's have a look. I probably need to do a cancel scan here, to be honest. We never went over to the garrison on Samadan either, thinking about it. Because I know some of my inscription is definitely sorted here. Also, Twitch chat that's not really needed, as it catches so much space. There is that actually on the corner. I mainly do that for the benefit of everyone who watches my streams over on YouTube, so that they can at least see what went on in the chat. Is the main reason for that, basically. So is your monitor though. Oh, okay, Paul Rock. Yeah, mine's a 1920. I think it's a 30. No, it's 27-inch monitor I have at the moment. Right, with those cancelled, let's go take those off and pop them back on. See if we get any sales. You do read it when you watch it on YouTube. Okay, Rose, that's good to know. 410 looks very nice. I'm really happy with the way 410 has turned out. Can you please design me something? Everything looks so big. By all means, throw me a template if you'd like to, Lonewood. I'm not in a position where I can commission anything at this point, but I'm certainly open to ideas. Right, we'll run a post scan on this lot. Yeah, it's, I think I could possibly make the chat. I could probably do with. I know Gumdrops had quite a nice little window where he had his chat over his camera, and that looked really nice. Matches the grey and the beard. It does, Darkwing. How are you, Darkwing? Good to have you here. Let's go through that. Got that all posted on. Daily cooldowns, nothing on you. So let's log out and go on to the next one. We need to find a way to fit Oreo on the screen. Most definitely. Oreo doesn't often come up here. He sometimes does. But then readable because behind almost the same colour is over the quests. Yeah, so make sure it's free. That's not the problem. Yeah, basically that's the main thing is really to just basically give it a background or something would really help there. Metal Genocide, thank you so much for the follow. Do I know how to get scroll posting working with TSM? If I enable it, it doesn't work. Obi, you sometimes have to do it twice. So when you go into your TSM settings and you go onto your macros and you update existing macros, sometimes you have to click that, close it down, test it, and then come back to this window and turn it back on and click it again. So sometimes it takes a few attempts just to get it to work. Scarlet's Fate, so thank you so much for the follow. And oh, we did Metal Genocide, didn't we? Thank you. Are you making Philosopher Stones for Draenor? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if those turn into a decent profit, certainly. I could collapse the quest tracker, actually. That would be a good point, Grimco, because I'm not using the quest, because that kind of gets in the way, doesn't it? And then my Brutesaur pushes things down. And then I've also got Azeroth Autopilot on there, which doesn't need to be on there either. And then I've got the other icons that are down here underneath. So that would probably be a better position to maybe move that off to the side or something like that. There's some options there, certainly, just to clean it up a little bit. I understand it is a little bit cluttered, especially with my sort of chat on the side. I could maybe keep that down, then you wouldn't see my procs or my sales and things. And I don't necessarily need Azeroth Autopilot on these characters. Yeah, so there could be a few options here, certainly. So let's deal with these expires, see if we can get those on. At the moment, they're 20 gold each. In beta, we found them at 40 gold each, so the week before pre-patch, you know, if it can wait, make more gold. Or should you spend the mats then in case the price goes more down? We don't know exactly what the final price is going to be, certainly. I've heard good things about Bartender. If I ever get myself an MMO mouse, then I'll probably get Bartender as well, and then I will use it to rearrange my buttons to match the MMO mouse. That'll be the main thing. You're remaking all your TSM groups and operations to be more efficient. Going to take a while. Appreciate the entertainment. No problem, Scarlet's Fate. It's a good thing to do every now and again. Most definitely. Just rebuilding and reorganising. A bit like me and my guild bank. Definitely. Bartender or Dominoes. I haven't heard of Dominoes, actually. That's a new one for me. We'll just run. Ooh, I clicked exit by mistake. Hold on. That was the wrong one. Let me go back into that again. Here we go. Oh, I missed your progress message. Up to 4,000 catalysts so far. Started making them with 15 tunes, and once we found the new price, have to keep a close eye on if you have to craft them the day before pre-patch or the day after. Okay, that would be an interesting thing to see, actually, Rose. I look forward to seeing what happens with them. Razor just re-released the Naga left-handed. Oh, I did see that, actually. That was posted in my Discord. That looks very nice. Definitely. Move everything, and Sexy Map was also often all good. You can lift the quests up to the right corner top. Corner top and Sexy Map if you have a beautiful map wherever you want it. That could be good. I do have Move Everything, because I've got the Auctioneer as well, which kind of like fills things up there as well. So you could probably put the quest somewhere else, perhaps. Option of loads of extra things as well. Reposition unit frames, making action bars. Just show on mouse over or use icons. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different things to think about here. If I was going to sort of completely reorganise it, most definitely. We've still got a whole load of Tice Ray braces to deal with here. as we've got a couple of hours left, I don't want to spend that doing bracers. I'd like to maybe get over to Shadowlands at some point. So let's go through our characters and things like that. We haven't done anything on professions for Briggit. Briggit hasn't done anything, but she's also got a nice XP buff at the moment, which I want to keep hold of. Personally cannot stand anything but the default unit frames and action bars. I'm much like you, Billis, in the way I sort of start out. I just have all the action bars on, but the problem is on my screen real estate here, especially with the scale that I've got everything, it does start to get cluttered quite quickly. So many options I cannot see what I was doing sometimes. I mean, that's the main thing really, is you do need clarity. Right, that's done, that's done. My auctions are on. There's some of these are about to expire actually, so I might be better off running a cancel scan on these just to take off the ones that have been undercut anyway, and the ones I've undercut myself as well. So I'll take those off and then I'll relist those on. Make buttons smaller than regular. What size is my screen? Mine is HD, so it's 1920 by 1080, but I have got the interface scaled up quite high, so I could do with making that a little bit smaller, perhaps. But then I find a lot of the time it's difficult for people to see if they're looking at what I'm doing on mobile and things like that. So I tend to try and keep it large by design. I just need to clean it up a little bit more. Just went settings and scaled it down. Gives a bit more space, but also got your buttons on the bottom bound so you don't click them. Yeah. You like it as it is, Kalehole? Yeah. The physical size, it's 27 inches, my screen at the moment. And I don't tend to use my glasses when looking at the monitor. It's that close to me, about 12 inches from my face. And that's a comfortable reading distance for me. Mobile is always hard to see. It is, to some extent, certainly. Do you like it as well, Thomas? And Kalehole? Okay, that's good to know. I've found I've got more and more long-sighted as I've gotten older, so I don't actually use my glasses for a lot these days. 668 people watch WoW videos on the computer, not the toilet anymore. Mobile is their own fault. Nobody needs mobile. That's probably true. Although I think a lot of people will have it over on their second screen, not necessarily at full size either. Because once you take in the chat window and any other things you might have scaled in, everything is stuffed in the stream, basically, yeah. Do I sometimes wished I boxed just so I could have all my crafters side by side without having to switch? That would be interesting, certainly. The thing is, though, with the way my brain works is I can't tend to do more than one thing at a time anyway. So unless they were doing long queues of things on each character, I probably wouldn't see the benefit of it, certainly. No worries, no problem. Chat window mod things, yeah, you don't tend to have it full screen, definitely. Yeah. Keep the supply of materials high and thus prices and making goods affordable for normal players. I think so. I couldn't get the volume of materials I need without the people who multi-box all of the things and supply me with those goods, definitely. So we are on El Morte. Let's swap out and then move on to the next character, which is Nadamas, daily cooldown Nadamas. Let's go and have a look here. I also use the crafter vendor all the time as well, just to generate that extra gold. Literally, if you're generating that many materials, you can turn it into actual gold quite quickly, I can imagine. It's not something I've done myself, so I don't know from personal experience. Let's head out here, pick up those. Haven't had many sales of my vendor stuff for a good few weeks now. Occasionally I get the odd sale, but it's not a market that I keep on top of, really. I certainly don't cancel scan. I literally just post them on fire and forget. If I happen to get some sales, then I'm happy. It's mainly anchor weeds that I'm getting good sales on. That's my main reason with this character, doing the anchor weed daily cooldown. And I'm currently sat at 40,000 gold on them at the moment. So that's alright. Happy with that. Ooh, what's the macro? Which one, Lyridon? I can jump back in and show you if there's something you wanted specifically. You're undercut within 5 minutes, even for old crafted items, potions and transmog. It can happen, especially on busy servers, certainly. What is a good daily profit to aim for? It depends on what you want. If you want just to pay for your game time, then however much it takes you to be able to get your token. If you're looking for something like the Brutasaur, and well, obviously you've got time limits now, but so it all depends on your sort of your own personal targets. For me, as long as I'm making at least enough for a token every month, I'm more than happy, basically. The anchor bag macro. So basically what we have here, the bag of anchors, is you have to go to, now where's the it's not an actual macro itself, because the I've got, well, the bag of anchors one, this one is to open the bag, is about specific ones. No, it's on this one somewhere. Bag of anchors, this one. So I use show tooltip bag of anchors / use bag of anchors, like that. So one space and then / use bag of anchors. So that opens up my bag of anchors. Then I've got D-Junk that's doing all the vendor selling and bits and pieces. So D-Junk has just sold all my anchor line, anchor maker, anchor drop, and drop anchor dunkel. So that's all done in D-Junk under my sell inclusions. I've got all those, and then in my destroyables I've got the fell slate anchor, because I just don't sell that, and I don't bother selling it, so I literally just destroy that, and that's a lot easier for me to just get rid of it as a automatic destroy in D-Junk, and that works quite well for me. Just literally just click the two of those and I'm done. I thought I pressed the macro to craft it without opening the profession. Yes, I did. The bag of anchors was this one to the right. So what you do there is you need to look at the... This was a Go Sierra that taught me this. Now I've got to remember the macro for it. So if you go over to your spellbook professions... Oh no, it's not under that. Yeah, it's in the alchemy under that. Under the transmute herbs bag of anchors, you look at the spell ID there, which is 286547. So you have to remember that number, and then there's a little script you do. Now I've got to remember where it is. You get it onto your mouse over tip. Let me just see if I can find it. I think it's on my Miro board. Let me just try that. I never remember it, so I need to find it. Because it then puts it on your... Oh, now Miro wants me to do that. Okay, let's go to that. No, I don't want to look at that. I want to change over to there. Go to my wild gold making. There we go. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Silent Mouse. Run pickup spell ID is the one you want. So what we would do there... You found it quicker than I did, Mouse. Thank you. So you take, you go into here and you remember the number 286547. So you type in /run pickup spell brackets, then the ID number. So that's 286547. 286547. Close brackets. Press enter. Now you've got it as a little icon here, and then you go and actually drop that on your bar somewhere, and you can see there it's the same here, alchemy bag of anchors, alchemy bag of anchors. So excuse me, so you don't have to put it off on your profession there. that's the way that works. So you can see the cooldown of it happening here. And then I've got the open bag right next to it, so I literally just click that, then click that. Dejunk deals with all of the trash, and I can literally just close this down and move on to the next one. So if you had like 10 of these alts that could do this, you could run through them really quickly. Hydrocores to 0 silver in TSM. If you were going to, I mean, I tend to give them a price because of the time that it takes, but you go into your, whoops, wrong window. You go into your TSM under your professions, under reports, under materials, and you look at, now I don't have many on this character because I'm over on the Horde side. I'd have to swap over to Alliance side to have a look at that. But it's in there, and then you can manually set a price for it there. So if we go down, if we went back to Samadan, say for example, current vendor shuffles aren't that bad. There's been shuffles that have caused so much inflation. Same thing with the garrison table missions. That's why I'm so worried about Shadowlands shuffles. I think you're right to worry, Billis, because I think there's a huge change and there's a lot of different stuff going around. And if it's going to cause some markets to completely explode in price as a result, that's not great for the other things that you might want to craft with those. So yes, we're going through here and go over to my crafting reports under materials, and then you look for your thing like hydrocores there, where I've given mine a specific gold value of 1,000 gold because I don't do dungeons that there we go. Thank you, Lonewood. There we go. That's brilliant. Thank you, Lonewood. I'll keep that for later so I can remember it. I should probably do a little video on that, to be honest. It's a nice little handy thing for your alchemy cooldowns. So I've set a manual price for this for my hydrocores because of the time it takes me to do a dungeon usually, and I don't do it very frequently. Send it to me on Twitter. Excellent, thank you. It took Blizzard way too long to fix it. Which was that one? The Kata. You could buy obsidian ore for the auction house for less than 40 gold per stack. Prospect it, cut gems, and vendor everything for 54 gold. So people made millions and millions of profit that way, and in the process they added so much gold to the economy. It took Blizzard way too long to fix it. The same thing happened with the shoulder inscription enchants. It was absolutely horrendous for the game economy. Found a way to make Big Bang first time in WoW. Kata gems were awesome. Found the way you made Big Bang. Okay, I see. That's not one I was familiar with at the time. Obviously, I didn't play during Kata, but that is an interesting one. Throwing a lot of extra gold in there at once is probably a big issue, because then it would push up the price of those materials, certainly. Do I still craft and sell uncanny gear this late in the spec? I do. I still get the occasional sales, less so with leatherworking and tailoring, more so with the blacksmithing weapons than anything else. Something I've been meaning to do for a while is to actually change my uncanny to ignore item variations and just sell the cheapest one possible, and also reduce the amount I craft as well. That's very much on my list of things to do next, certainly. What I was thinking of doing now, though, was how about we go over to Shadowlands and have a look at professions over there, because I was thinking of doing that for at least part of the stream. So we've got Samadan over there, certainly. I'd like to have a look at tailoring and enchanting for a start. So bear with me one moment, I'll get set up. I won't be doing spoilers, so don't forget my garrison. Thank you, Saxon. I'll leave that for the moment. It's not essential at the moment. We'll be fine. What I'll do is, so there won't be any spoilers for Shadowlands. I'm literally going to Oribos and going through that trade area there, and we'll have a look and see what we can do. So one moment, I'll just swap on over to Shadowlands. Let's exit out of this. And then let's go over here, Shadowlands, and pop on there. Means, let's say the price for obsidian ore settles at 50 gold per stack, so the shovel isn't all that profitable anymore, but for every 4 gold profit someone makes doing the shovel, they introduce 54 new gold to the economy. They can definitely have their own demand and value. That is true, Ranishaz, and that's what I've been benefiting from for quite a while, certainly. So we are over here in Shadowlands, over in the mall. Samadan is my main person that's at least gotten up to a level inside Oribos where we can look at professions. The other characters haven't done the starting quest yet, so I don't want to do too many spoilers with that. We've done that once. Let's go to the mall today. I'm not going to go that far, certainly. You start off in the mall, so it's... Oh, yes, we used our Goblin Glider kit last time. I can't even see. There it is. That rock up there is where we came from. We went all the way from there. Finally heard a ka-ching and it was yours. Excellent, Psychomatics. That's brilliant. Now, I actually need to get back to Oribos from here, so I need to go over that way, find a flight point, I guess would be the best way. I was a joke to the song "Let's Go to the Mall." Oh right, I completely went over my head. Now they have that song stuck in. Right, so there should be a flight point over here somewhere. So we're not going to talk to anyone. We're literally just going to try... Where's the flight point? Should be... there you are. There's a mailbox here as well, that's good. So I want to get back to Oribos. So head on over this way. I could probably do with checking... last time that fog wasn't there. It's much nicer with the fog. I could do with checking on the price of cloth. If I can get some more... take that Oribos. You don't consider hyperinflation bad. Hyperinflation has halts the economy severely. Don't want to accept payment in gold when they know gold is worth less tomorrow. Exchange all your liquid to safer options. People on fixed incomes, vendor shuffles have basically no income. Their 50 vendor shuffles are worthless now. New players have no chance of ever buying anything. Hyperinflation is bad. Yes, I would agree with that in general terms, definitely. In that, you know, once you start taking your pay home in a wheelbarrow, it really does lose its effect, doesn't it? How can I manage anyway? You're an old WoW player that just got back into retail and recently began to prepare for Shadowlands. Do I know of any quite consistent gold farms, aka raw gold farms, or material farmings? Well, you've come to the right place. There are plenty of people, even though I don't do that myself. People like Will do a lot of material farms, and there's also, if you look at someone like Kraken Latte, who does a lot of really good videos on raw golds, specifically doing old dungeons and things like that. Right, that was the wrong mount. We want this one. And then we need to go over here and look under consumables, not consumables, under trade goods, under cloth, and have a look, see if there is any shrouded cloth. Currently at 50,000 gold each at the moment. So looking at this, how much can we buy? How much have we got at the moment? We've got 605,000. So I can't really buy much. I can buy 10? No, 20. I can buy... No, that's even less I can buy. I can buy 12 for 599. So that's 600,000. So that's not really a lot, is it? I mean, that's the price of that. This is what this is a good indication of what inflation looks like. Literally, there is no gold value here. It is literally as much as you can generate it by doing a copy character. That's the best I can do here. So I can buy 12 quite easily, because that will cost me that much gold. But if I want to get more, what I have to do then is go over and get... These shadows look quite harsh at the moment, looking at that. Is this a new shadow technology, I think? The self-shadowing that's going on here. That's new, isn't it? That definitely looks new. Yeah. Yeah, just copy character and buy everything and test it. That's what you would do in this situation. So, I mean, I'm going to need to do that at this point anyway. It means everyone has unlimited gold if they spend enough time copying characters. People do not have gold now. An incentive to sell things at ridiculous prices, and it means to get gold on the beta to buy other things. Exactly. So it literally just explodes. So if I go, let me just pop out back to retail and put all my gold on one character would be the way I would do this. So let me just, it looks like the gamma correction is slightly different. The colours are all slightly different to me. Let me just exit out of here and I'll jump back in onto standard. Well, there we go. Gold cap incoming. I've only got 1 million on me, so I don't have a lot of gold. So it's not a huge amount. So what we'd have to do is let's go over to Awakening. I don't think Awakening's got a lot of gold. Let's gonna have to go through and copy all my gold over first to Samadan, I think. That'll be the easiest bit. Thank you, Mouse. It's kind of you, but I wouldn't feel comfortable holding onto that much, definitely. Either copy 10 characters. That'll ruin my general gold. Either copy 10 characters. I mean, I don't mind too much. We've got 171,000, so what I would do here is just copy a little bit over for each one. Move it over, and then I can just copy the same character multiple times. So let's look at this. Send to Samadan. Send money. Amount. What have we got? 150,000 gold. Let's send that over. And then let's go over to this one. We'll go to Samadan. Yeah, you don't need gold on beta really, it's just to buy the other stuff on the auction house, but then people are putting it on the auction house for a really high price, so everyone just ends up copying characters and trying to generate more and more gold. So it gets kind of ridiculous. The time you're spending then is literally just what I'm doing here, is copying money from one character to another. How much gold have you got? 194,000, so you're doing well. Samadan. Let's send this to Samadan, and let's send over 180,000 gold. Let's send that one over, and then we'll go through. I think Earthen has already done a fair amount of gold, so I'm going to go over to El Morte instead. I'll have a look here. And when is it coming for the public? I don't know yet. I thought to buy things from other players just because I can't keep the other things. Beta ends. Cannot be functioning economy whilst the beta lasts. Being able to copy unlimited amounts of gold renders all of this gold pointless. Yes, basically, as Bill has said, it's kind of it gets a bit silly, really. Bags. How much have I got? 230,000. So let's send over 200,000 to Samadan. 200,000 gold. Send mail. And how's everyone doing on gold wise? So Samadan's going to have most of it. Total gold 540,000. Earthen's got 48. Feng Shu. Gold lost this session. I've lost 15 million gold per hour. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? And then we'll jump back into Samadan, and we'll come over here. Can I force Tim TSM to update realm data somehow. Realm data is 19 hours old. Guess it has to do with your realm merge with another realm. Most likely, Galantor. It's down to the Blizzard API. It's not necessarily a TSM thing. So no, you can't force it. Right, let's take attachments. Let's take attachments. Let's take attachments. So now we have all our gold on one character. So Samadan, we've got 1 million gold total, but Samadan has 888,000. We've earned 57 million gold per hour. 50 million gold per hour. Oh no, our gold's just leaking away. Try to close TSM desktop app and restart it. Sometimes it picks up more recent pull through. Oh, right, okay, that's a good idea. So with Samadan done there, let's go out back to Shadowlands, so we can at least get 888,000 gold per character here. There's a YouTube thumbnail right there. I try to keep my thumbnails as useful as possible. So copy character. We'll go. Yeah, we could do Samadan from Lightbringer. He's got 60 gold. That would work, wouldn't it? And let's find Samadan here and copy the character over. There we go, and let's copy another one. Copy. Let's have multiple Samadans. Copy character. Samadan. Copy. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to buy of that cloth anyway, because it's really expensive as it is. Let's copy another Samadan. And we can get at least some gold into where I'm at the moment. So enter world with Samadan 1, gold 1, gold 1. That name is unavailable. Oh. Money. No. I need money. There we go. I need money. There we go. That's better. And don't forget, it takes a long time to gear up to level. So you can carry 5 master missions. You struggle with it at 475 at full corruptions. Wow.
The veil between
Okay,
our world
so
and
we'll go
Shadowlands
here
has been
and we'll
sundered.
send
The ebon
to
blade stands ready. I
Samadan.
await
This
you in
Samadan.
Stormwind.
Subject
Come,
that one.
before the icy
We'll
grasp
have
of death claims all of Azeroth.
888,903 gold. Send. Exit. Log out from there. And then we can delete that one now. Delete that character. I don't know if we need to delete them. I'll save them there. Let's enter the world here. I need more money. That's as far as I can do. There we go. Supposed to be on a mission for you on your order hall. Just ignore him. He's fine.
Champion. The veil between our world
There we
and the
go.
Shadowlands
Send
has
mail
been sundered.
to Samadan.
The ebon blade
There we
stands
go.
ready.
Do that
I
one.
await you in Stormwind.
Call that R, and
Before
then
the icy grasp of death
888,903.
claims all of Azeroth.
There we go, and send that across. There we are. Buying cloth would be wiser with my created copy characters, and then sending the cloth. Why would I need to, Metcat? I don't see the difference. Yeah, that's a good name, Billis. Definitely. Beat Bimp, thank you so much for the follow. Unless I'm missing something specific, log on out, and then this one, enter world, give me money. There we go. It'd be wiser because someone else could buy it before I finish it. Oh right, I see, Metcat.
The veil between
Oh,
our
we've got
world
2,500
and the
25,000
Shadowlands
honourable
has been
kills.
sundered.
Um,
The Ebon Blade stands ready. I
Samadan,
await you in Stormwind. Come
here,
before the icy
and
grasp of
888.
death
I mean, it might be
claims all
cheaper.
of Azeroth.
That would be always something else. I did buy it earlier, much cheaper. I don't necessarily want to buy it for all of this price. Really, looking at this, right, and then more money. There we go. Then at least we've got some. Yeah, I don't.
Champion,
This isn't going to be a lot,
the veil between
actually,
our
thinking
world
about
and
it.
the Shadowlands has been sundered.
Samadan, subject.
The Ebon Blade stands ready.
There,
I await you in
and then
Stormwind.
888, 903.
Before the icy grasp of
Send.
death claims
There
all
we go.
of Azeroth.
Right, let's log out. Money, money, money. There we go. And then go back to Samadan and go through here. Slightly sad you can't test any of the Shadowlands stuff, but at least we now have the PTR to play around. Exactly, Billis. I would love to see what you make of all this Shadowlands stuff. Samuel Copperpants. I like that one, Rose. Okay, let's go through. There's something definitely different on the lighting here. Graphics. We're on 5. It's almost like there's something. Graphics card auto detect, process, post process, none, anti-aliasing. It's almost like it's something to do with the not necessarily the gamma. I mean, the gamma I could put up to 1.2 would be normal, maybe, perhaps, but it seems different with the shadows. The shadows seem different under the graphics. The shadow quality is good. I mean, let's go up a little bit more. Let's go up to. Let's go up to 10 and see what it looks like. Return to game. That's made a little bit of a difference. It's because of the light of this, I think. There we are.
Anything ancient to trade? Needs to be
Yeah, it seems more shadowy, is the way I can think of it, definitely. There we go. And we'll head around this way. Get ourselves to the mailbox. Yeah, seeing this shadow be cast from that light source is the main thing I can see here. Yeah, it is Shadowlands. This is true. This is very true. Right, okay, so let's open up all of that. There we are, 3.5 million gold we have, which is interesting. So let's have a look at the trade goods, at the cloth, and have a search. So the shrouded cloth, yeah, there's 1,200 at 50,000 each. I mean, that's not really, I mean, 3.5 million, that's really not going to give you much. Carrigan, thank you so much for the follow. What have I got? 3561091 divided by 50,000 only gives me 71 cloth out of that. I mean, I guess 71 is still a decent number. Let's try that. Let's try 70 for 3.5 million. We can at least get some there. Might as well have gone to all the trouble of getting that.
You find anything exotic?
And then we'll open that up. So how much shrouded cloth do we have now? We've got 153, 223 shrouded cloth. So that could be more useful. When Shadowlands release, you're going to farm for 1 hour, and I'm gold capped. Yeah. Am I the only one with the normal old school calculator on the desk? That would be good, actually, if I had one that I could use. But I've actually got a key on my keyboard that just brings up the calculator, so it's literally so easy for me to do it. I just literally bring it up and use that. Yeah, that's a lot lost per hour, definitely. So let's go next to my trainer for tailoring. We want to level up tailoring and get a little bit further. So we are currently at 1 of 100. So we can obviously make some cloth bandages. What's the next skill point to go up to? Cloth sandals is at 5, 20, 25 is the thresholds here. So I think we can make bandages for as long as possible. At least, let's have a look. So bandages will take me up how high? When do they go yellow would be the next thing here. Casio FX86 Plus. Yeah, 4 of those scattered across different rooms. Nice. Okay, they've gone yellow at 10. We should really make a note of these, actually, when it comes to levelling up professions. I'm going to keep making them whilst they're green, I think. We'll try and get, there we go, got green at 15. Then I'm going to go up to at least 20, I think, and then we'll probably need to change to something. There we go. Okay, so at 20 they go grey, looking at the cloth bandages. So if we can get up to 20, making cloth bandages. So that's a good start. And then, I mean, having a calculator on your watch was always the in thing. And then next we have, actually probably what I'll be worth doing is moving this over to this side so we can see all the skill ups and things like that. And then go over this side. So we will buy shrouded cloth sandals and shrouded cloth cape. We next need to go up to 25 for both of these. So let's have a look at here. So the cape is, we need the number thread for that. So I'll probably go straight for the cape at this point. Item level 100 for that. So let's get ourselves some thread, which will be trade supplies. And number of thread is 1 gold. So let's buy ourselves 200 of that for the moment. Then we can go through here and go back to our tailoring. We can make some shrouded cloth capes. So until, how much, this takes 4 cloth. This takes 5. That takes 5. So the cape is actually better to make here than any of the others. That's interesting actually. The sandals and the mittens actually take 5 shrouded cloth, whereas the cape gives you a higher skill up and only takes 4 shrouded cloth. So you definitely want to bypass those and go straight to the cape. We want to get ourselves up to 25 more easily. Being able to actually move the cursor around the equations to edit them saves way much time. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. So our skill levels going up here. Let me just make that a little bit wider so we can see that going through. So we're down to yellow at 30 for the cape. Keep going at yellow until we probably get to, until it gets to green, I would imagine. Up to 35. This will probably take me to 40. There we go. Okay, we're up to 37 and it's gone green. What can we then learn at 37? So we've got the belt, we'll take that, the hood, the robe, the pants and the spaulders. And then we've got heavy shrouded cloth bandage. That's going to be definitely useful. Look at that, that only uses 2 shrouded cloth at 40. So we definitely need to get ourselves to 40 looking at this. So what's the easiest? Oh, we get 2 skill ups for these. That's 7 cloth, that's 6 cloth, 7 cloth. So I think this one at 6 cloth will be better. We'll do that one and we'll create 3 of those to get ourselves up to 40. Oh, we did 2 each time, that's it actually. So that was easy, we only needed 2. So we're now at 41. Now we definitely need those bandages. Train those. And now with those bandages, we've got plenty we can skill up past here at 41. Let's see how much this takes us into the higher ranges. So let's see how this goes. Don't have Legion BfA flying. Is it easier to get in Shadowlands? Should you wait till then? I believe there is something, yeah. they take away some of the requirements when it comes to flying for those in Shadowlands. It might be worth waiting for them. Okay, now we've gone yellow at 55. I'm going to carry on making these until they go green, because they take a lot less shrouded cloth. How do I get the optional button addition to add speed? That will be a enchant I would need to do for that one. So tailoring is now taking me all the way through 37, 36, level 64. I bet you it goes up to 65. Yep, 65, and now it's gone green. Let's see if there's anything we can buy at 65 to help this out. Cuffs, foot wraps, hand wraps. This is the shadow lace now, so this is the higher up stuff. Looking at this, okay. There's only prior expansions got flying for free, and BFA is needed the same Pathfinder achievement. Is it? KT. Oh, okay. It might be that. Warden Legion have the rep requirements. Thank you, Fuzzy Duck. Yeah, so it's not BFA, no change, but Warden Legion. So they should be easier, certainly. So it's not taken us too much shrouded cloth to get ourselves up to tailoring 66 out of 100. We started off with 200 and... was it 270, 220 shrouded cloth? We've got 62 left still. Yeah. So there's some interesting stuff here. We can obviously, we've got these capes. What we do need to do on that is disenchant these and see if we can get ourselves some stuff that way. So let's just move my chat over this side so we can see those. Bring my bags over here. We don't need that one. So let's just order these around a bit actually, just so we can see everything. Open up my bags, get rid of that one and that one. Okay, we've got mainly these capes, shrouded cloth capes. So let's start disenchanting to increase my stuff, and we can get some soul dust this way. So obviously enchanting and tailoring always working well together. Cloth spolders, we'll disenchant those. So we're getting soul dust out of these mainly. 1 or 2 looking at them, and this is increasing our enchanting level, skill level as well. So we might as well disenchant to skill up first. Up to 10 already. We've got 3 soul dust now. And that's interesting. The higher skill up we're getting... oh no, it's not. It happened at the very beginning. Sometimes you get 3, sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2. Well, now it's gone up to 4. So I don't know if this is skill level related or not. We're not getting... oh, we are still getting skill levels up. Oxmoxplix, thank you so much for the follow. Anyone will be able to take you to the Legion invasions, trying to level with it, but without flying it takes a while. If anyone wants to help out flying around Legion, Skixie would love the help. So we're up to 15 on enchanting. So we're into a good position here. Okay, so that's all the things that I made with my tailoring. So we can't... what can we make next? We can make the cord. That now we're starting to need lightless silk. The hand wraps need lightless silk. I do have 2 lightless silk on me, so I can make 1 cups, and we can make 10 of those. But we can still make bandages at 31, so we might as well make bandages until that goes grey. So I'm going to carry on making bandages, because that seems the most cost-effective thing to do right now. If you know the item level, you can type it in the bag search bar. I only showed that item. Not sure if I knew. Ethical Hermit, that's quite interesting. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Just going to see if I can skill up. Oh, I need to, hold on. I need to move this over so we can see it as it goes, just so we know. Bandages, create all. Let's go through all these. Use that on your enchanter. Know the item level, you can type it in the bag search bar. to only show that item level. Okay, so when I was looking at all my things for disenchanting, I could have typed in item level like 100 and gone through all of that. So we're up to 73 in tailoring already, making these bandages. Ah, that's brilliant. Thank you. Obviously, I tend to use addy bags in the main window. Whilst we're going through there, just add some more water in. There we go. And this is all of my bandages done. It's still currently green, and we are at level 74. So we can make a cowl now, and now we're going to be up into the other bits and pieces after that. 266 you disenchant, 15 is going, so 150 to 159 is vendor sold. Sorry, Will. Yeah, that was unexpected. You don't use eddy bags. A recipe determines some mail to your transmog. So looking at our bags there, we've got all these bandages, which I'm not sure how useful those are going to be to me. The main thing we have here, though, is soul dust to start with enchanting. So we could actually, enchanting wise, Shadowlands Gathering, could really do with. Let's go over to enchanting. This is over this side. Let's move that back over that side. Let's look at the trainer. Let's add these in. Illuminated Soul, Strength of Soul, Enchanted Twilight Wand. That's a good early one. Let's have a look at these. So, Agile Soul Walker, permanently enchants boots to increase your agility. Illuminated Soul, permanently enchants your braces to increase your intellect. Strength of Soul, permanently enchants your gloves to increase your strength by 10. What we want is a crafting enchant. Fortified, reagents, ring enchants, shatters, weapon enchantments. Okay, so we want something that increases the speed of your crafting, but doesn't look like I can see one. Eternal agility, intellect, stats, insight, cloak, fortified leech, speed and avoidance. Soul vitality increases your stamina. And then there's enchanted Elithium bars. Aha, here's where you can make the enchanted lightless silk. Okay, this is going to be nice between enchanters and tailors, because if you look at tailoring under the unlearned, there's the grim veiled gear, which is the legendary stuff that needs the experience for. This needs enchanted lightless silk, and the enchanted lightless silk now comes from enchanters. So that's going to be a nice little crossover balance between the two. Yeah, all these different enchants are going to be lovely. I like all of these. And then we've also got enchanted heavy desolate hide and enchanted Elithium bar. So we're working with the leather workers and the blacksmiths on this lot to do all of this. But there isn't one for a speed, or because there was an the optional reagents. They've gotten rid of those. I don't even think the vendor has them anymore. It was, I think it was this one, or it was the other one. Yeah, that one's not got anything on it. There was another trader that had stuff. That's the ink trader over here. This one, trade supplies. What did you have? Yeah, they haven't got the optional reagents anymore. Yeah. The boots had speed. Let's have a look. We have unlearned chest boot, eternal agility. Enchant boots to increase your agility by 15. So there's no speed enchant there that I can see. So that's changed, yeah. Ink trader, yep, we can do that. That's over here. The ink trader currently uses what I believe is the base ink at the moment for everything. So the cost is umbral ink. At the moment it's the cost of 1 for roseate pigment, viridescent costs 10, ultramarine costs 1, crimson ink costs 1, maroon ink costs 1. And then things like Starlight, Inferno and Viridescent cost 10. Ink of the Sea costs 1. Snowfall ink costs 10. Dark Flame ink costs 10. Jade Fire ink costs 1. So it costs either 1 or 10 from looking at these. Yeah, I think enchanting's definitely be good. Yeah. Yeah, so there's no speed of there's no speed increase on the boots, and there's no speed of crafting increase. Which one? Viridescent costs 10. Yeah. So the Viridescent one costs 10. Is it still 1.5 seconds for most of it? It doesn't look like it's any longer or quicker, certainly. I am Doctor. Thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. No sign of any 34 or 36 slot bags at this stage, definitely. Yeah. Sallow and Roseate pigment both needs 1. Is interesting. So yeah, Sallow is 1, and Roseate was 1 as well. So it's either 1 or 10. I don't know why they put these prices in. Yeah, price is definitely subject to change. A lot has changed already, so we will see a few different things coming out from this, certainly. And it's going to standardise ink prices as well. It was tedious with buying to account inks and everything else. Oh, Sallow is more rare than Roseate. Oh, right, okay. I'm going to make 32 slot bags. Keep farming BFA dungeons. I really hope not. I am sure there will be a 32 slot bag in there. How easy it is to get, I don't know yet. We don't have anything that I can see yet, unless there's something more. What we do need, though, at this point, is to buy up more cloth so we can get some more leveling going. So I'm going to have to copy some more characters over just to get myself enough cloth and lightless silk. I don't think we can buy a lot more at the moment, looking at the prices. Let's have a look. Shrouded cloth, yeah, it's still 50,000. The lightless silk is 200,000 because that's going to be expensive. I will need some of that. So we'll go through that later, I think. So let's go back over to the mailbox and get ready to collect up some gold. Ink traders are updated to this date on the PHR already, so remember to stock up on inks before pre-patch. I think, yes, if you can get your, like Mushy is doing, convert your herbs to inks all over the shop. I wouldn't put any stock in them. I think so as well, Will. I think it's going to change, yeah. Yeah. So 1 Sallow is 1 tome. So if purchase price is easy to farm, tomes could tank in price. Right, yeah. Yeah. At the new level, you could solo them easily. Could potentially. I tried doing freehold on Samadan. I didn't do very well, but then I wasn't a particularly high level as a level 60 at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure to have gold, not mats. Yeah. Also interesting, scaled crafted gear disenchants into old content materials. Okay, that's interesting. So looking at, well, obviously for here, for example, my that's interesting. My tide spray linen pants can't be disenchanted. Why is that? Vile manipulator souls can be disenchanted. Veiled crystals and umbra shards for an item level 100. Deep sea bags we've got here. Well, I haven't got anything else on me at the moment, yeah. So you can't turn rune cloth into Shadowlands enchanting materials. Yes, that would make sense. I'd rather it was that way, definitely. And then a 110 ring. Let's disenchant that one. And that gives me veiled crystals and umbra shards of the bits and pieces that I've got on me. I wonder why I can't. Let's look at the uncanny belt. Disenchant that. I wonder why I can't disenchant these tie spray linen pants. Rattling jar of eyes. Let's try that. Try that, yeah. Try that. Everything you have left, 269 stacks manually. Ouch. Maybe it's because I used the Relic of the Past on that one. It could be, but that one was an item level 24. That's the base one, I thought. The Relic of the Past makes that higher. I can't change that, definitely. The first couple of items I crafted, what's the equipable level? So, looking at the ones I made, the Shrouded Cloth. So Shrouded Cloth Pants requires level 50, item level 100. The robe is 50, 100. I imagine these are all 100, yeah. 50, 100 for all of them. So it's for a fresh level 150, yeah, definitely. Which is the same as eye level 400 right now. That makes it easy. And then we go to Shadow Lace, which requires level 60 and is item level 165. Then the interesting thing here, we've got, like with the bracers, you've got increase item level on it. So you can put a crafter's mark on it to set the item level to 129 and required level to 53. So that's kind of like turns it into a mid-tier item for each of these, crafter's mark 1 on each of those. And then we look at the Shadow Lace, you then have increase item level. We can take the item level. See, that doesn't make sense because the crafter's mark, this says item level 165, but the crafter's mark here is 129, and then that takes it to 165, and then it goes 165, 60, and 165. So these crafter's marks don't seem to make a lot of sense to increase the item level of that. I need obviously more shrouded cloth to make that. And then we can specify the secondary stats here with the missives, which is your inscription. So I can see inscription doing really well with each of these, making these missives of haste, critical strike, missive of mastery and versatility. This will be used a lot, I think. Only the secondary stats to level 60 ones. Yeah, the other ones are just item level. The standard shrouded cloth is just item level, and then the higher stuff that's at 165, the level 60 stuff, is all this stuff here. The first one is to scale down the items for twinks. People love it, but yeah, some of the marks don't make much sense. Right, okay. Right, yes, so the required level is 60 here. So that would scale it down to 53. And then that would scale it down to 57, but still make it 165. And then that one does nothing to it because it's 165 and 60. And it's already 165 and 60. And then that doesn't seem, these two don't seem to do anything at all. So these are actually nerf marks more than anything else, I think, from looking at that. Show 1 day old data and not update. Bold Fist will not update for you. Is that one of the ones that got copied over and merged? Dominated Mind, I wonder. Can any of the Shadowlands stuff get speed? Not that I've seen yet. It used to be. There used to be stuff that could get speed, but they seem to have taken a lot of the interesting optional reagents out of the equation, unfortunately. Over on the Grimmed Veiled side of things, this is the legendary stuff. Cloak, secondary stats are all... So you can really go to town with your stats if you want to get your stats to a certain point. The tunic, the same there, and the pink party hat. Everyone seems to have one of those. It was on the list of merges, so it could be that, I think. Can I look at enchanting? Certainly. Is there anything in specifically you want to see here? Under Unlearned, we've got Eternal Agility, Intellect, Eternal Bounds, Increase your intellect by 20 and your mana pool by 3,000. That sounds quite good. Strength or agility by 20. Eternal stats. Eternal bulwark. Your chest to increase armor by 25. Strength and agility. So sacred stats by 20. Cloak is stamina, avoidance, fortified speed. That increases your speed by 30. There's a cloak enchant that increases your speed. So that's quite nice. And your leech by 30 for the leech. Eternal strength is that one. And then you've got your different reagents for different people. And then you've got your tenets, which take things up to 16. And your bargains that take them by 12. So these will be your lower ones. And these will be your higher ones that take the sacred shards. And then you've got eternal crystals and sacred shards. And then the weapon enchants sometimes increase either your healing received when taking damage. Permanent enchants a weapon to sometimes cause a burst of healing on the target of your helpful spells abilities, healing for 643 health. Lightless force. Permanently enchants a weapon to have a chance to send out a wave of shadow energy in front of you. Simple revelation. Reveal the sins of your target, causing them to suffer an additional 6% damage from you. And celestial guidance. Weapon to sometimes increase your intellect by 5%. So I like this one as a healer, definitely. Healing a little bit extra there, certainly. There's some good stuff here, definitely. Merge Realms data will fix later. We'll have to wait. Government said they need to make changes their end for it. Right, okay. Old uncanny gear gets scaled just like any other gear. High level 72 in 837. Newly crafted uncanny gear is on par with a relic of the past. 5 items, item level 100. By default, so happy you noticed that before restocking this week. That's a good point, Ronnie. I probably better not restock on any of my uncanny gear at that point. Ollie Allspanner, lovely to have you here. Happy to see me streaming this morning. I'm very happy to be here. Still many weeks away from pre-patch. No need to stop restocking yet. It depends on how many sales you get, certainly. Look at that soul dust. I think you can make something if you contribute 3 of them. Maybe that's blue sacred scar. I think you can make something if you combine 3 of them. Maybe the shards. Yes, I think there is currently a way you can get... you combine 3 soul dust to create a sacred shard. And then you can combine 3 sacred shards to create an eternal crystal. So we currently have the lower one, not umbra shards, soul dust. So it looks like with enchanting you can go up. So you can turn the common stuff into medium ones and go up, whereas normally it's been shatters and you make it go down. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to shake up enchanting quite a bit. Because you can literally just keep on making stuff. Yeah. Because normally, like chaos crystals, it would be hard to get hold of them, or veiled crystals. Whereas this way, we can get loads and loads of common stuff. Maybe something as simple... prices will probably be low. If you can turn any of them into something high, then you can make any of the enchants quite easily, because they're not limited by the sacred shards you need here. Anything what uses the eternal crystals? Is there anything that actually uses eternal crystals? They all seem quite cheap at the moment. Eternal strength. That uses eternal crystals. Fortified leech, sacred shard and soul dust. Soul dust. That uses an eternal. So all the eternal chest ones use only 1 eternal crystal. So these aren't very expensive to make at all, looking at those. Is there a way to guarantee a socket on an item? Now there was with jewel crafting. I don't think there necessarily is at the moment, looking at it. They may have gotten rid of that. They got rid of all the nice optional reagent things, unfortunately. I'd have to look at dual crafting. I haven't got a dual crafter on at this point. What I'll do next, whilst I'm by the mailbox, I'm just going to make some more gold. I'm going to press the make gold button. So what I'll do here is we'll just delete these characters. Give me more money, delete character. More money, delete character. There we go. Yeah, the optional reagents were a really interesting idea. I'm sad too that they've gotten rid of them. There would have been a lot of really nice interactivity between all the different professions creating optional reagents, but they seem to have completely gotten rid of them. So let's make ourselves some more Samadans. Feels like I'm doing cloning in the Matrix or something. Let's do this one. Can you get that make button in retail, please? Oh, the poor economy would tank very, very quickly if this was the case. Let's get another one whilst we're here. Yeah, I wonder what the reasoning is behind it, whether it might have been too much work or something like that, perhaps. Copper pants. Something like that, wasn't it, Rose? All for Shadowlands gold making guide. Literally. I made 3 million in 30 seconds.
Champion, the veil between our world and the Shadowlands has
Whoops.
been sundered.
That's the wrong. There we go. Try that
The
again.
Ebon
Same
Blade
there.
stands ready.
To
I await you in
Samadan.
Stormwind. Come, before the
888
icy grasp of
903.
death claims all of Azeroth.
Send. That's gone a bit slow. My internet's okay, isn't it? I think I broke it. Let's try that again. Send mail to Samadan, subject 888-903. Send. There we go, that worked that time. Okay. Log out. And excuse me. Silver pants. No one's had these names before. Wonder if our 5mm mount is on the black market auction house on beta. I don't know. Where do I find the black market auction house? Where would you find
The
it?
veil between our world and the Shadowlands
You can always have a
has
look.
been sundered.
Let's go through here. Send
The Ebon
out
Blade
to
stands ready. I
Samadan.
await you in Stormwind. Come, before the
888
icy grasp
903.
of death claims all of
Send.
Azeroth.
There we go. Silver pants. It's in the Dalaran sewers. Oh yes, I know where it is now. You go down and to the right, isn't it? Gold pants. We can go and have a look at that, certainly. Estimated cost of the Mountain Shadowlands, 10 million, maybe more. Quite potentially. Send mail, that goes out.
The Ebon Blade
Samadan.
stands ready. I await you in Stormwind.
888-903.
Before the icy grasp of death
Send.
claims all of Azeroth.
There we go. Log out. Oh, we've got one more. I'm running out. I've got copper, silver and gold. We're going to have to go for platinum pants, I think. Oh, haven't got quite enough characters. It's close enough. Nolan, thank you so much for the follow. There is a PNU in the middle of Bralis too. What's
The veil
PNU?
between our our world in the Shadowlands has
What's my estimation for pre-patch? 4 to 5 weeks. That seems to be the general consensus. Yes, Darkwing, I think.
await you in Stormwind.
Coffee Pants is clearly the next one.
Before the icy grasp of death
Alright,
claims
let's
all
go
of Azeroth.
to Samadan. Subject
The Horde army is pushing
888-903.
hard into Tiragard Sound.
Send
Make
that
them
lot.
regret
Okay, there we go.
every foot they set upon
Oh,
our
NPC.
soil.
Sorry. Right, there we go. For the black market, where would I find them? Right by where you get the brutal. Oh, yes, I know the place. I visited it once and I'll never forget it. Over by Hook Point, isn't it? Let's go have a look. Which is Scrimshaw Gang. It's down here somewhere, isn't it? Where's the person? Over here. This one. Madame Gosu, Black Market Liaison.
One of the gang's ledgers. We could use it to disrupt their financial
So what do we have?
operations.
We have a plans unusing an unclaimed black market container, fire arrow, shoulder vance, redemption tunic, and Dunmorrow colour cup. Okay, we don't have anything there at the moment. Yeah. As useless, no chance coming in 4 to 5 weeks. Blizzard started giving away beta invites to the streamers today, and they'll give their accounts in beta in the first week of September for at least 67 weeks. I did notice that, Metcat, actually, didn't they? If you look in the terms and conditions for things like Mr. GM is doing a Shadowlands beta giveaways, and it says they'll start releasing more keys for beta on the 3rd of September. Obviously, once pre-patch comes out, how long is it before Shadowlands comes out? That's the main thing, really, isn't it? Okay, we've done that, so there's nothing new there. We should. What have we got here? So we've got the Reigns of the Palehide Direhorn and the Lost Platysaur, but sadly no Broodsaur. John Engineering, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, the giveaway on the 1st of the month of September. That means a lot of time to be tested for beta. Yeah, I think they're going to need it, really, given the way things are looking at the moment. Yeah. So let's log out here. I have to wait for the 20 seconds. Set the Longboy date to 18th of the night, so you're happy after that. Okay. Hopefully that should be fine, yeah. You're at 4.5 million. Light at the end of the tunnel. Valerosan, that's so close. Hopefully you'll be able to get it in time. To get 4.5 million, you're probably on a decent state anyway, I would imagine. So let's head back to Samadan. So historically, expansions come out 3 to 4 weeks after PTR. Definitely. So after PTR if the pre-patch is now on PTR, when's the expansion going to go? It's not going to go on PTR though, is it? It's going to go from beta to release, isn't it? Yeah. Pool your gold together, you can almost afford the mount. Close enough to get tokens if you run out of time. That is true, Myth, actually. It is very true. Probably wouldn't be too many tokens, would it? Right, we've just... Oh, internal database error. That was interesting. We have got our 3.5 million gold again, though. So what we can do is have a look, see what we can buy for that. We probably need to get some lightless silk from looking at this. Trade goods cloth. Let's search. The lightless silk is 200,000. So I could buy at least 5 for 1 million gold. If I got 10 for 2 million gold, that would give me a little bit for now, I think. And then cloth wise, let's go back to the shrouded cloth. How much gold do I have left on me? 1.5 million. So how much cloth can I buy for that? Gives me calculator. 1.5 million divided by 50,000 gives me 30 cloth. So I could buy those with that. That gives me at least a little bit more. And I'll open up those, give myself some more bits and pieces there. So going back into our tailoring. Did Shadowlands release? Not yet, no. This is Shadowlands beta. We're just having a look at tailoring and enchanting as a very good pair. They work really well together here at the moment. Flip a coin. If heads, you keep your gold. If tails, you give me your gold. Coin proceeds to land on its side. Yeah, most likely. Okay, what do we need to get up to next skill level? We're close to 75. I bet you this cloak isn't going to be too much to make. So what can we make at the moment with our tailoring to get ourselves a little bit higher? Oh, we can get a cowl for 6 and 5. I don't really want to spend too much lightless silk if I can help it. So something that doesn't use lightless silk would be good. Unfortunately, none of those are that. I could try making bandages until I get to 75 and then see what happens with the cloak. Let's try a few more bandages, although if I do these then at least I'll be able to... that uses 4, that uses 2 lightless silk. Interesting. What could we do here? We can't do a lot, certainly. How long are we streaming for today, Darkwing? Until 5 o'clock, so we've got another half hour at least. So I get 2 skills up by doing this one. So that would definitely take me in there. So I'm going to create this. It requires level 60. And then I'm going to go and buy the cloak. And the cloak cost me 4 cloth and only 3 lightless silk. So I can make 2 of those to take me up higher. So 2 of those is the same as 1 of those. So what's actually cheaper? The cowl would take me 6 and 5 versus 2 of those, which would be 8 and 6. So it's actually cheaper and more effective for me to get 2 skills up on the cowl than it is for me to do 2 of the cloaks. So I'll create another one of those. So we've got up to 78. We still need a lot of lightless silk if we're going to do more at that point, yeah. So the main thing here, just getting ourselves into the sort of like the 78-90 range. So that gives us Shadowlace tunic at 80, the trousers at 90, and the mantle at 95. To give us some 165 item 165 gear. So we could either carry on buying things, buying some cloth to try and get ourselves up to the right skill level. I won't do that on stream at the moment. But then there's other things we could possibly look at. I can do a cloak, one more cloak actually. Let's create that to get myself to 79. There we are. And the bandages are now, heavy shrouded cloth bandages are now grey. So those aren't useful at that point, yeah. Just need to know what you're doing on. I must not know what I'm doing after how many years. It's a question that I think of finding your niches and trying to understand the market. What's the trade facilitator? You're not anything, are you? No. I mean, crafting has always been good for me. It's been good for me in Legion. It was good for me in BFA, certainly. Always a great way to make gold, especially during early on during the expansion or new patch. People make a lot of gold in the first weeks. Yes, I totally agree with Billis on that one. If you can get your skill levels up nice and quickly, then you can start making things like even like these legendaries. Now the trainer, this is interesting. The trainer for this is the rune carver, which we haven't gotten to yet, because the rune carver is in Torghast. So if you're going to be doing any of this stuff with your profession characters, you're going to have to be able to get to the rune carver. And these ones, these are all Stitcher Alphines, which is the one is over here. Yeah, so you're fine. So we can get just jumped in. How high do the skill points go for a profession in Shadowlands? So for the regular armor professions, they go up to 100. With the gathering professions, like skinning, herbalism, and mining, they go up to 150. Last time I looked. So there's interesting things there, definitely. So what to do about all the viridescent pigment you get? Viridescent pigment, can you, is that, I would be guessing if I said. I can't remember what Samadan uses it for. Talking about getting your skill up quickly, how would you do that? By buying the mats requires you to have a significant reserves already, which you have, and I don't, or try to farm it all, or try whilst levelling and not focus too much. I think that would be the end result really, Wonder Sheep, is to do it whilst levelling. Because I think with anything, it's going to be, you're going to have more flexibility once you're level 60. So I will then level my way through to 60 as quickly as possible, gathering, in Samadan's case, cloth as quickly as I can as I go, because I have the cloth scavenging, and then I will use my gold reserves to try and buy out more things to get those professions worked up. I will also make sure that my gathering classes, so my blacksmith, El Morte, and my druid, Awakening, are also skilled and leveled up as quickly as possible as well. Yeah, I think WoW Soloist, it's I don't know what you're going to have to be able to get your armor crafter into Torghast if you're going to be able to, if you're going to want to do the higher end stuff. Certainly these legendaries. And you're going to need a lot of enchanted lightless silk. So being an enchanter is going to be fantastic, because an enchanter can make the enchanted lightless silk, it can make the enchanted heavy desolate hide, and the enchanted Alethian bar. So I can see enchanters being really strong. Although that said, the soul dust is going to be really cheap, I imagine, because you can make the cloth braces quite easily and get soul dust from there. And then, as we saw with the enchanting, you can turn the soul dust into the sacred shards and the eternal crystals. So any of the materials are quite easily transferable. So just level, gear up somewhat, farm, check markets, mats versus farms. Not having a mythic first world guild, decide to sell mats or level up and sell items. I think you pretty much summed up the entire process there, Mushy. The legendaries are, let me just go back. The legendary bases are, I believe, are tradable. They're not bind on pickup. They specifically said that in one of the Q&As. So this base material you can then go and trade for someone, and then you have to take that to the rune carver to then get it further enchanted. Is how I believe it works. Worthy of being empowered by the rune carver. Diamond trinkets for a couple of 100,000 gold in the first weeks. Experience gems in the first few hours. There you go. And you have 18 hours a day, so you got a lot of time as well, definitely. So we've done really well with tailoring, with not a lot of cloth. We got up to 79, and our enchanting we got up to 16. Oh, that's interesting. Enchanting's at 115. I don't have any bonuses for enchanting, do I? No, I don't. That's interesting. So I was wrong when I said they all go up to 100. They don't. Enchanting goes up to 115. I wonder what cooking goes up to. Let's have a look. Shadowlands cooking. And also we'll do fishing as well whilst we're here. So these are... Cooking's 100. Fishing is 200. That's interesting. I need to go fishing and see what kind of fish we can get, definitely. Yeah, plan on a solid week or two of levelling as many alts as you can fast as you can between farming. Yeah. Yeah, I need to work on your rookie numbers. Yeah, Hikons has got some definitely good numbers, definitely. If you look up for materials, graphics on the first day of launch, people will post 100 gold a piece for materials and post more, undercut more. No one is buying, undercut more, goes down to 15 gold on day 2. Buy everything on the auction house. Day 3, everyone is level 60, and they start crafting materials, go up and get your millions. Oh, there you go, Metket's got the idea there. With 15 120s at the moment, stuff time gated. There's a lot to do differently. Which character should be the first one to 60? All of them. That's the main thing, really. As much as you can. And the crafting recipes rep block draws everything from the trainer. At the moment, it's all from the trainer. I can't see anything in the Unlearn tab apart from the Runecrafter stuff that isn't available by all these trainers. Definitely. Overwatch is on sale, is it, Darkwing? That's interesting. Just want to make a speed guide. You're looking forward to optimizing it. Interesting, Mr. X. I can't. They've taken away. The only thing I can see so far is the enchanting cloak, which you have is fortified speed, which enchants your cloak to increase your stamina by 20 and your speed by 30. But there's an awful lot you can do with specific stats, secondary stats. So there's going to be some stuff there. Oh yeah, there are the speed gems as well, because with dual crafting there's one gem you put in and then that increases for every single other one you have. So it could be interesting for sort of like level 50 twinks that are using things like the Gladiator's Fellweave gear or stuff that has multiple sockets on it. We might have something that you could do there. If you look in... Let's go through Pandaria, like the Fellweave cowl. A lot of these have like multiple sockets. The robes and tunics, the malevolent stuff. This is item level 100 and has a couple of prismatic sockets on it. So maybe there's some things we can do here for a speed set or something like that. Gladiator's Fell Shroud. Put a load of gem sockets on these, and there you've got your speed set for a level 50. Maybe that could be something that works. Got a mail from Blizzard. It's on sale to the 19th. Alright, fantastic. Once the first few weeks are done, you've been selling your crafted gear. The next stage is to get ready for the raids with your alchemists and enchanters and jewel crafters. There'll be 60s day 1, I guarantee you. Oh, most definitely, Myth. Yeah. So far we stop. NPC is there's going to be a lot of people speed twink tunes hitting max level. Not more twinks at this point in time. So this far the stop expansion NPC is not in, so there is going to be a lot of people speed tweak tunes hitting max level. Not more twinks at this point in time. I think hitting max level is going to be the thing, isn't it? Since you can't stop tunes in beta from gaining XP. Right, Master, that's interesting. Yeah, book that time off. I think there's going to be some interesting stuff coming out of this, certainly. You'd be farming everything. You need to level your professions and then farming some more. Auction house, keep a nice stock of everything. There's a lot of interesting stuff coming out of this. Speeders don't ever kill things that don't give XP. Oh, stop experience. Yes, you can't do that. Can you? Yeah, can't type. I can't read. 2 million to go, Hillian. You can do it. How do I price my hydrocores? I put them at a flat price of 1,000 gold because I literally just don't do dungeons that often. For me, that works out best. Right, is there anything anyone else would like me to look at for Shadowlands professions? Do you want me to look at another character, perhaps? I can only look in the Unlearned tab. I can't actually pick them up at this stage. I'll have to, in order to do that, I'm going to have to spend some time taking several characters through the opening quest line and leveling them up. I mean, I need to level up Samadan as well, getting through the quest line and into the various zones. And so I can get him to level 60. I haven't looked at engineering in any detail yet. Let me have a look what we can do. We can swap out to another character, see if there's anything. Briggit is my engineer, so it's probably in the unlearned tab on her. We'll go over and have a look. Leveled your miner, herber, fish it in BFA, selling mats. Yeah, it's a good idea, I think. Getting some decent gathering under your belt. So if we were to look at
Blade stands ready.
engineering,
You in Stormwind.
unlearned, Shadowlands engineering,
Before the
there's a
icy
whole load of
grasp
stuff you
death
can make.
Claims all of Azeroth.
Belt attachments, bombs, the holy hand grenade of Ardenwild, I love this one. 1, 2, 5! And then devices, the soul trap. Place a containment device on the ground that once armed will activate when an enemy steps on it, banishing them for 1 minute. It's nice crowd control there. Momentum redistributor boots. Some portion of damage you take from your next fall into nearby enemies. That's a nice idea. Anything destabilizes gravity around target location. There's a lot of bolts and ore needed with these, because this is all. There's lots of different ore now. You've got 6 different types of ore, and you're using 5 of them in one of these devices. So ore is going to be very interesting. Collecting it up on different characters. Let's Play series episode 4 already out? No, not yet, Stevie. I wish I could produce them that quickly, but no, I am still on episode 3 with that one. Density of herbs per zone. No need to do the whole zones. Just check quickly if they're easy to chain access. I had a look on Bastion on my druid. It's not very easy to have a look because I don't have any characters over there. But the density is quite spread out, to be honest. These zones are really big. If they lock Ouroboros to level 60, level your Warlock first and summon people to Ouroboros on day 2. Make another million while AFK crafting. I'm not sure they'll lock Ouroboros to level 60 though. Try it on a pair of the crafted goggles. I'm curious what they look like. Let's have a look. I can use control, can't I? Unlearned. Belts, goggles. Controlled clicking doesn't. Oh no, control. There we are. No, doesn't work on those. Oh no, I can see it on that one. Electromagnetic specs. Grounded. Those are green. I don't know if these are new models or not, whether they're just standard ones. So how are the zones going to work? If you're in a covenant, you can only go to that zone. I don't believe so. I think you can go to any zone, but I think certain covenants will allow you to sort of access and unlock certain parts of that zone in different ways, I believe. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, into the whole covenant things. Yeah, the intro quest dumps through them all, literally dumps you into Ouroboros. Yeah, there is that basically. As soon as you finish the intro quest, you will be from the Maw into Ouroboros. That's the main thing, really. I was wondering if you need a gatherer in each covenant. I wonder if there's any bonuses. That would make an alt army very interesting, actually. If I have a level 4 druids, one for each, after level 4 druids, one for each for farming. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way of getting extra things from different covenants. Might make it more useful. So we've got the same things here, secondary stats, weapons wise, secondary stats, increase item level. It's the same thing there. The crafter's nerf applied to those. I want to try making some of these things and get a bit further on that. There's much easier to gather, and the prices of those areas herbs will be lower. Yeah. And you don't choose your covenant till 60, so it's gonna turn out interestingly. I need to go through more Shadowlands content, I think, and just level myself up to 60. Maybe we can dedicate a spoiler stream to doing that. What do people think about that? Doing sort of something where we can go through and at least progress a little bit further on Shadowlands. So I'd have to go through the storyline on Samadan and see what it's like there. Or maybe do it on a dual gatherer as well. You're down, you want to see the zones. My thoughts on the relics of the past from a gold-making perspective. The current mats required to make these. The thing that confuses me, and I don't understand with the relics of the past, is that you can make a relic of the past from, say, Pandaria, and use it on Legion. To me, that doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? In Shadowlands, is engineering still got a split between Gnomish and Goblin? I don't think I've picked a specialisation yet on my engineering. No, I haven't picked up a specialisation on me. In terms of which ones I can see here, I don't see any difference in any of them at the moment. So I'm not sure. Maybe you'll watch anyway. Probably avoid spoiler stream, but that's no reason not to. Okay, Vomblin. Well, maybe I'll watch anyway. I'm curious. Okay, that's good to know, because it's something I have considered. Otherwise, it will be something I do off stream, and then when we next do a Shadowlands stream, we can have a look at this and decide from there, perhaps. Yeah. It'll be longer if it's busy as well. Exactly. Yeah. Good idea for me, so I can be in the know. I mean, there is that certainly, in terms of just making sure that I can share knowledge from a sort of like a filtered point of view or something like that, so I can talk about the zones and the professions and everything like that. Any other professions? Let's have a look. We've got dual crafting here as well. Dual crafting looks very interesting. So we've got, from a speed point of view, we've got the gems, the quick jewel cluster. No, it's not that one. It's the that's all haste. Where's the I'm sure there was one that gave an addition to speed. Deadly, masterful. These are all doublets now. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so one for Gnomish and one for Goblin. But it's only for the mounts for lower down, yes. So there's nothing new at all. Where's the one that I was thinking of, the gems? Deadly, masterful, quick, versatile. Deadly, masterful, quick. And then revitalizing is health. Straddling, here we go. Straddling dual doublet, in a speed increase by 4 for every equipped Shadowlands gem. This one. So this one's interesting. Say, for example, you had some of that that gear from Pandaria that had multiple gem sockets, or you had had lots of gear from Shadowlands that had lots of sockets on it. No, I haven't done any dual crafting yet at all. This was the one I was thinking, yeah. You have 4 guild banks full of junk, yeah. Great green gem, apparently. Don't ask me which, you're colourblind. Oh, right, okay. So Umbril, Oriblaze and Umbril and Leystrite settings is what we need to do here. And the versatile one is extra versatility. So this straddling one could give you some interesting options. It depends on how many sockets there are on gear, basically. They'll probably scale the gems with older gear or not make it socketable. I wonder. I'll be very interested to see if I can make one of those and then add one of these on it and see how fast I go. that's going to be something to look at. In terms of other things, we've got the rings, obviously, Deadly Sinvir ring. That has a socket on it. A ring with a socket at 165. So these all have a prismatic socket on them. So you at least have 2 rings with a socket. Even the green rings at item level 100 have a socket. So those are good. And then the necklaces also have a socket. So you've got 3 slots already that have sockets, both 165 and 100. Off to get the car from its holiday in the garage. I really enjoyed the stream. Lovely to have you here, Saxon Girl. Hope to see you again. Next stream is on Sunday, so I hope to see you then. If those speed gems stack, it's going to be busted. Well, no, the speed gem itself doesn't stack. The straddling one. It's unique equipped. But for every equipped Shadowlands gem, the speed is increased by 4. If I want to do a cancel scan read, I've got 40 minutes left. Okay, thank you, Mashi. I probably won't at this stage. What I will do, though, is before I finish up, I will check on Awakening and see if I can get a Silas prop. I'll do that one. Yeah, I wonder what the percentage is. I mean, by 4, what does that actually mean in real terms? I know Persephone's been doing some searching for sort of like speed gear and stuff like that. So when do I think pre-patch will hit? Well, a lot of people have been saying that from the point it's on PTR to the point it usually hits is 4 to 5 weeks historically. So my guess would be then 4 to 5 weeks from whenever it came. Was a few days ago, wasn't it? Sportcast, how are you? I'm doing okay with the heat now. It's just under 30 degrees at the moment. It was really high, like 32, 33 these past few days, and we've thankfully calmed down a little bit more now. They're trying to cater to the speed-twinked farmers since they are making nuking Legion legendaries. Crafted gear has slots to increase speed. And traits for the covenants and chants and gems. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hot in Manchester as well. Going to go out for some ice cream in a bit. That sounds like a perfect idea. I went out shopping this morning and got a whole load of ice cream as well as other things. Ooh, you're at 4.4 million gold. Got to get moving. Yes, I would definitely get a pedal on for that last bit, Uber Hub, because it's not going to be long. Right, we'll also have a look if we log out on this character. What else have we got? We've got Awakening, which is my alchemist, so we can at least look at where we're at in alchemy on Shadowlands, because there's some interesting potions coming out, definitely, and oils as well. I'm really, despite the fact that they've gotten rid of the whole optional reagents thing, I'm still really looking forward to Shadowlands and the professions specifically in Shadowlands, because alchemy has a whole load of nice potions as well, which is using all the different herbs, the Vigil's Torch, the Rising Glory. Interestingly, though, then you can do ground versions of the different herbs. And that gives you Shade Stone, which is I believe the trinket. You need the Shade Stone. You need lots of ground, Death Blossom, and stuff like that to make a Shade Stone. And oh no, then the Spiritual Alchemy Stone uses Shade Stones. That's it. So the Shade Stones go into the Spiritual Alchemy Stone, as well as the oil, the Embalmer's oil, and the Shadow Core oil, to give you a nice 165 trinket. That's the main things, really. So what's happened with the optional reagents? Weren't they going to be for allowing you to level stuff that's useful regardless of expansion? You're in up to 50, so they've still got that to increase the item level. They've got that on a lot of these different things, but they don't have the ones that gave you extra things like extra swim speed or crafting, or other things you could interchange between all the different professions, which was a shame, really. I can see why they hadn't really sort of thought about it and how it worked, and it ended up breaking a lot of things. So I think I can see why they've taken it out. But the good thing is you still have the optional reagents for the secondary stats for the higher end gear, which is definitely going to be useful. How many herbs? For things like the potions, it's 3 of each. For the flasks, spectral flasks, you've got 3, 4, 4, 4 and 4. Spectral flask of stamina is 1 and 3. So that's stamina by 38, power, agility by 25. Battle and Guardian elixir. Yeah, that did sound cool, definitely. Some old Burning Crusade crafts become very interesting. That's what I'm thinking, Ronnie. There's going to be some old things in here that have a lot of sockets that we might be able to use. I really hope that they bring old world crafts back into the game, because there's going to be a lot of interesting options there. Numbers are really refreshing compared to the BFA numbers, honestly. There are a lot more, aren't they, in BFA? Certainly. What do I do besides streaming? Well, I used to be a full-time 3D artist and have been for the past 25 years. I still am, technically. I was made redundant in my job recently, so now I've focused my time on streaming and content creation with making use of my 3D skills as much as I can still. So it's an exciting times at the moment. Euron Chandris, auction house gold is slim these days, relying on raw gold farms for now. I mean, it's safe and it's steady. It does mean that you're basically you're exchanging your time directly for gold in this case. If you were to say be able to sort of level up professions, you might be able to grow that further, but you have to invest quite a lot to get there. Darth Mambo, thank you so much for the follow. Collecting old world recipes are probably worth learning right now then, I suppose. I would think that's a good idea, Samurai. There could be some things that we might miss. When you reach 50, all expansions rescale like Burning Crusade does to max 30. Wrath goes to max 40. Is this what happens? I don't know, actually. I haven't tried that one. 20 zinths per flask was way too prohibitive. If you farm everything, you need about 4 zinthid plants and 2 of the base BFA plants to craft 1.7 plants with the procs. Yeah, Svorkas, I can see how that's led the rise to more people multi-boxing, simply because you need the volume of it. Right now, you need a second account to keep with the council scanners in the auction house. Raw is a bad option if you have just one account. Krasiak, how are you? My day has been fantastic, thank you very much. Going a little bit croaky just towards the end. We had a fantastic stream so far. That reminds me, actually, I am going to pop back. We are on Awakening on Shadowlands beta here, but I am going to jump back onto retail and just check to see if we get ourselves a Silas proc. So we'll jump back in and then jump straight back over to retail. And then we'll come in here. There we go. We may get a Silas here, we may not. So let's go have a look and jump in. Right, and the answer is yes, we do. Fantastic. We have a Silas proc. I don't know if I actually need to make anything at this stage, but we'll have a look. Everyone was waiting, I think, Mushy, for the Silas proc. Right, let's go in here and check my auctions. Oh, there's a few things about to expire, actually. So let's just take those out and let that go through. Take these off and put them back on, so we have a fresh set of auctions ready for. Some of these are below minimum price, probably because the price of Zinanthid is probably taking a tumble, I imagine. All cancelled can come off. We'll deal with those. And then we'll jump in and run a post scan, get those back on.
At least 2 centuries old.
And then I need to check my auctions. Still got some things that are going to expire. In terms of restocking, do we actually need to restock on anything? We've got a few actually. Abyssal Healing, Superior Potion of Strength. Gathering wise, we need a load of crystal vials, so we can go and pick those up first. I'll take those whilst we're here. Silas!
Style Walker donated £2. Silas.
Silas. New Star Walker, thank you. We got it. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you for your kind donation. It was well worth it. We'll take that. Mr. Atheist Pope, lovely to have you here. We're just doing some final bits of alchemy on Goldmaking. We have been having a look at Shadowlands, and we're doing a fair amount of restocking and chatting over on other things. But lovely to have you here. Our next stream will be on Sunday, so it's not too long to wait. Having a Friday stream does help with that, certainly. And Nate, thank you so much for using your Prime. That's very kind of you. Welcome to the Samadan squad. I have a whole lot of emotes for you to use as you like. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you so much for the support. So the usual. Yeah, definitely. We can always catch up on the Twitch stream, or when I convert it over to YouTube later. Just whilst I've got this Silas proc, I need to remember what I'm doing. So let's just go do this and grab the gathering. We've got everything we need there. So let's activate Silas and start crafting these. See if we can get ourselves some procs. Would be nice. Superior Battle Potion of Strength, Potion of Focused Resolve, Battle Potion of Intellect. Obviously we've got very little gold on us now. We've passed it all over to Samadan. I'll have to probably try and redistribute the gold to all of my characters so I can see who's got what. This is a 4-minute craft, so we might go slightly over. Ooh, got stuck on something, I think. What did we get stuck on? Let's do a /reload, just in case. Internet seems fine. Let's try that again, just to fix this up. Just in case it was a problem on my end. Haven't had that in a while. Craft next. Missing Zenithid. Ah, that's why. I didn't see that flashing up there. We need to buy some Zenithid, and quick. Okay, let's go grab some.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Browse. BfA herbs. What's the price of Zenithid? 4 gold 86. Wow, that is really quite cheap. There's 3,000 at that price. So I'm going to buy... I'll probably buy 2,000 of it. 9,000 gold. That will keep me in Zenithid for a little while. We'll pick up that. There we go, and then we can carry on with our alchemy before we lose our proc. There we go. Remember when it was 23 gold? I know. It's amazing how the price has completely plummeted, certainly. I was just asked this by a friend who subbed this week. Hasn't played since Burning Crusade, so how insane am I to think about trying for the long boy as a goal? Insane? It would be tough. It would be very tough. You'd pretty much have to spend all your time trying to go for it, definitely. You had the Brute Sword for 1.5 years now, but almost never use it when people are around because you feel bad if you have to leave while people are using the auction house. I understand that, because it's quite... you can see someone's obviously using it, and it's hard to sort of think, oh, I'll just wait a little bit longer so that people can use it. Either that or you end up going to some obscure location like the middle of nowhere in Northrend or something. Yeah, the flasks were a lot more profitable then. The profit margins, as you can see here, are a lot less. They're less than 100 gold per flask. So there's definitely definitely difficult margins to be had on here. I'm lucky to have a server that still does have these as a profit at the moment, so I am still making gold with them. So obviously it's okay for me just now, but time will tell over the course of things. Having 10 picks, that will kill multi-boxes or most craft materials, keep the prices high. I liked the idea we had the other day when we talked about having personal nodes, so that each character had its own nodes that randomly spawned in different times. I think that would be a nice solution if Blizzard can come up with a technical way of being able to do that. So it's still one pick, but each character has its own pick and it's in different locations. Back to the old way, first come, first serve. I mean, that would be tough. Well, it's not tough. It would be like what I was suggesting, but maybe with once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah, that was a nightmare too. That was just too much, certainly. Healing manufacturing cell early in Shadowlands due to new ones being expensive for lots of people. They probably will be samurai, so people will use the cheaper ones, unless there's some way in which they're nerfed, certainly. If you create a TSM 4.10 profile on beta PTR, if it will keep it for release, I'm not sure, Ethical Hermit. I've not tried myself. I've kept them very separate at the moment. I've not tried using TSM for that reason. Right, I'm going to post those lot on whilst I've still got a Silas buff to use here, and then we can use that again the next time as well. So I'll post this lot on. There we go. Right, that is me done for today. That's been a fantastic stream. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to just log out of Awakening so I can keep my buff whilst we finish up. Thank you everyone so much for your support and your company today. It's been absolutely amazing. I'm not going to buy any herbs at the moment, Mushy, because I've got the Silas prop going at the moment. Shall we see if we can find someone to throw a raid on over to? Let's have a look. Who's on at this time of day? Oh, we have Kuhn on. And we also have Zanzafal's on. We also have Octoberly's on. Shall we keep it on Goldmaking and do Octoberly? Let's go send some love over her way. Let me just get this sorted out. There we go. So let's sort that one out. So slash need so thank you all for hanging out, and yes, it was a bonus stream, so 4 days in a row of streaming. I hope you've enjoyed that, and next time we'll be over doing the Wowhead weekly blog, so hope to see you then on Sunday. Until then, happy gold making from myself and the cats that are sleeping somewhere else. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all on Sunday.